unpredictable weather offered in the U.S. And when it comes to replacing your roof, it's time to step it up with Eustace Roofing, 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. These guys have been your trusted roofing neighbors since 1959. That's 65 years of experience. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts manufactured on-site for perfect fit. No interest financing is available. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
It's the free event you've been waiting for. The Leesburg Bike Fest presented by Progressive, April 25th to 27th. A weekend packed with high-octane fun and rock and roll. Catch headliners Dirty Honey, Lit, Fuel, and Wade Jennings. Experience the Wall of Death, Pro Action Wrestling, 20 local bands, and more. There's something for everyone. Visit LeesburgBikeFest.com today to upgrade your experience with Sonny's Barbecue VIP passes. Sponsored.
Breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 20% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Is your AC struggling? Sky-high energy bills? It might be time for a new system. With over 25 years of experience, Air Pros will get the job done right. And right now, Air Pros USA can help you get that new AC installed before summer and offers financing with payments as low as $89 a month. Get your free AC installation quote today. Visit airprosusa.com. Don't suffer through another hot summer. Visit airprosusa.com. Financing offered with approved credit.
License number CAC 1822083, CFC 053314, EC 130100393.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, HAPPY, H-A-P-P-Y, HAPPY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended.
It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Fritz Has Bad News to Tesla stock is reeling as Elon plans his exit, and criminals use the $20 distraction tactic nationwide. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Can't complain. How y'all?
Hanging in there, a lot on deck today.
Everything okay?
Everything's good. We got Fritz in a little bit later on, and he'll have some things to talk about, some things to say, and
Talk about
some Fritz on the street action as well. So, we'll handle that when the time comes around and see what happens there. But right now, let's start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And a woman goes to buy some dinner, and she doesn't like what she sees. Over in the meat aisle. Is there a better way to say that? The meat section? The butcher area?
It's
the meat section.
Are you talking about cold cuts, or are you talking about where the butcher's, behind the counter?
Your steak cuts are, where they're
Right.
just sitting there ready for you, cellophaned and ready to go.
I think it's just meat, man.
Yeah, meat.
Meat man. All right, we're in the meat man section.
No, meat, man.
We're in the meat, man section, and here's what this lady sees.
Really trying me lately.
Baby, this one you know is bad. When they put miniature gates so you don't steal, baby, they meat.
No
First of all,
way.
I like how she called them miniature gates, which is hilarious. But the steak at this place where she's shopping is all locked up in these little theft devices. And the lady goes, that's when you know things are bad, when they put the steak in these cages here.
Miniature gates.
Baby, this one you know is bad. When they put miniature gates so you don't steal, baby, they meat. Oh,
I have
girl,
never
this got
seen
to
that.
be bad, Lord Jesus. Help our people, Lord.
She says, help our people, Lord.
I like her. I want to subscribe to everything that she narrates.
And you know why these steaks are locked up? It's a New York strip steak. I'm looking at $22 and some odd cents. That sees a little pricey.
But it also seems cost ineffective to put those mini gates on every single piece of meat.
Does that mean when they check these people out, they have to open all of these stupid things?
Yeah.
And then there's some that aren't in the mini gates. There's some that are outside of the protected
Those are the
gates.
ones that have been sitting out for a little bit. I'm sure.
Those are the old ones. They're like, please steal them if you don't mind.
Do you think there's a price point at which they are required to put on the mini gates, and then maybe that one up top although the one up top looks rather large.
The one up top is $21, and the one in the cage or the gate is $22. So
I think we have
very
our
close.
answer.
Yeah, it might be, because this one's $22 locked up. This one down here, $20 not locked up. So when they go over $22, put the steaks in a cage, baby. That's what we do. Of course, most of the time this happens in some city where the stores end up getting ransacked from losers just stealing stuff.
Do we have any indication what store this is?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
getting
see
a
anything.
Winn-Dixie vibe.
I see Angus. That's like the thing that's on the sticker. Angus strip steak.
Winn-Dixie usually has a lot more yellow on their stickers because that's all the deals. Like, if you have your Winn-Dixie card, the yellow has the deals.
And I mean, I've only seen the mini gates on clothing.
Usually.
So by the
Deodorant.
looks of it, if you end up stealing it, you could still get that steak out, right?
Imagine how annoying it'll be, though, if you live in one of these neighborhoods where the theft stuff happens and then the prosecutors don't go after people, so they just keep doing it. And then you check out and They got to take the cages off of all the purchases that you've made, and
the line takes forever.
You need to get somebody to come over to unlock your deodorant to get it, and it's
the video
weird.
that I found on Facebook is saying that this is Walmart.
Walmart? Okay. Walmart. Damn.
Walmart, come on.
What an experience. Locking up the steaks, baby.
Steal the bibbity meats.
The store is also allegedly opting out of self-checkout in some locations and making everybody check out with real workers. Baby, this is when you know it's bad, when they put miniature gates so you don't steal the meat, she says.
I love it.
Lord Jesus, help us all. There you go. Okay, well, some of the news out today is about what's happening with the future of our food in this country. And the future
Mini
of
gates everywhere.
The steaks like this and you know all the other things that we ingest in our body brings me back to my youth and the things that I used to willingly eat as a child and things that I will not eat any longer. But I want to see how people feel about this. What are your vibes on the new move from RFK Jr. and the FDA to say that they're going to start banning almost all artificial food dyes in the USA, right? Almost all of the artificial food dyes. Now, I will tell you, years ago, this would have been like a naturist, hippie, maybe vegan, sort of left of center idea where somebody like that would go, no, we want clean food. We want to make sure our food is as clean as possible. But as of late, it's not like that. There's people on both sides that are against the artificial stuff put in their food like this.
Because
the dyes and
research
stuff
has shown that it's bad for us, or what is his reason for pushing this as much as
his reason is that this is bad for you. That it
I'll
causes,
say it like RFK Jr.
It's bad for you.
You have to, Josh does it really well.
Bad for you. Okay, it hurts to even try.
Yeah.
Here they are talking about it. Let's see what they say about getting rid of the food dyes in our foods. It's all going to change very soon.
The FDA is taking action to remove petroleum-based food dyes from the U.S. food supply and from medications. For the last 50 years, American children have increasingly been living in a toxic soup of synthetic chemicals.
Toxic soup.
Good soup.
The scientific community has conducted a number of studies raising concerns about the correlation between petroleum-based synthetic dyes and several health conditions, such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, obesity, diabetes, insulin resistance, cancer, genomic disruption, GI issues, as I've seen in the hospital, and allergic reactions.
All right, so they're saying...
They did not list this as far as worst to best.
No.
They just threw a cancer right in the middle.
Yeah, cancer was pretty close on in there. And they also said obesity, which is probably why I got some pounds on me right now. It's the food dyes.
Yeah,
it's not
ADHD, man. I remember all of those beautifully colored foods I ate. What? Hello? And that's the reason why. And what was the other thing? Allergies.
There's many different things. I think most people might be on board with this. In the end of the day, I don't care if my food is a really sharp color as opposed to if you say like this is less dyes and stuff.
I want my food to be pretty.
Yeah, but
do you?
You eat with your eyes first.
I mean, natural dyes are a different thing altogether. But like the things that they're talking about, which are yellow number 5.
Oh, we're gonna have
number
such big
6.
penises.
I hope I didn't talk over that.
You did.
A little bit, but I can do some work.
Blue number 1, blue number 2, green number 3. I feel like I'm about to say set hike on
green
the football
number
field.
3, go to a doctor.
All of those different dyes, the 6 dyes, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2, green 3, will be eliminated from foods by the end of 2026.
You just sounded like a quarterback.
I know. That was the joke I just made. It goes on to say cancer, diabetes, and all of these things are going up at an alarming rate. And I don't know. I really think, and this is what I want to know from you today over on the dispatch side of things. Are you for this? Should we be doing this? Is banning these colors that we put in our foods a good idea? And I really just think this won't be super partisan. I think people will go, as long as the food tastes the same, I'm okay with it. I don't need a bunch of dyes in there. When I was a kid, it flashes me back to all the things that we used to eat and drink that were so unbelievably artificially colored.
Oh, man.
Well, give me the
Pepsi Blue.
list.
Yeah, the blue sodas. Like stuff in nature isn't generally blue. All right,
Have
blue
you been
sodas.
to the Bahamas? Thank you.
Red sodas.
Mountain
that you
Dew
drink.
Code Red.
Okay.
Yeah,
Besides the sodas, give me the list of the foods that we didn't know had all these dyes in it.
Oh, I don't have
And
anything in front of me.
what will people be shooketh by? Because you say that now, and then if you go to make yourself a sandwich, and now you have this weird-looking piece of cheese that you've come to know and love.
Do you care about this? Do you care if your peeps are not quite as bright as they used to be?
During
your
Easter?
Twinkies. Your Twinkie. Do you care if it's the same exact color as it is right now, or would you rather have it without the artificial dyes and be just a little bit of a different color?
Yeah, no, I think that'd be okay.
I'm fine with
Contrary to popular speculation, I don't think I've actually ever had a Twinkie.
No.
What?
Unbelievable.
They're so good.
Food makers could still use
Despite
natural.
what my bullies said in middle school.
Food makers could still use natural colors made from beets, algae, crushed insects.
Yeah. I went with the beets, not the insects. I'm sorry.
Pigments from purple sweet potatoes, radishes, and red cabbage. So you would have to use these natural things to color your foods, your snacks, your M&Ms, your Skittles, your Starburst, all these candies that have these very robust colors in them. Justin says every cereal, lots of cereals with the very sharp colors.
See, I don't think the brands are going to like this.
No, of course not.
Like, for example, Yellow 5 is what makes Mountain Dew. Like what gives it that color, what gives it the look. And they're going to have to sell it clear.
Well, I think a lot of this stuff follows stuff that you've already seen in Europe. So they would probably have to change the American product to be more like what they're doing in those European countries and just change things up a little bit. If it doesn't affect the flavor, though, I don't care. I say better to be more natural and clean without the artificial stuff. Do not care about my black Whopper bun. Don't care about all these things that are dyed in various ways.
You
I
never
don't even
care
know if that's
about me.
artificial. I don't even know if that's done with natural dyes or artificial, but I think that people will probably be on board with this. But let us know. Let's see what else they said in the announcement.
For example, this Lancet study conducted
I can read that perfectly.
a randomized, double-blinded, placebo-controlled study on food dyes and concluded that artificial colors in the diet, quote, result in increased hyperactivity.
That's
so why
the
are
problem.
we taking a gamble? Parents, moms, and dads have also
All right,
tried.
enough. You get the point there.
Pausing, buddy.
Pause.
Getting rid of the food dyes in the foods. And that's the move that they're going to make by the end of 2026. You like it? You don't like it? Let us know. Weigh in with your dispatches or your emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, many things on deck today, and we are going to dive in full force with your feedback here soon. We come back, some explosions on cable news. Those Australian twins are back, whether you guys like it or not.
No,
whether
thank
you
you.
like it or not,
Delete.
they're coming
Shift,
back,
delete.
baby. It's happening, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindstar.
School Mike Squad, welcome to a Wednesday. Welcome to a Wednesday. Hope all is well. Didn't sleep for anything last night. Lady decided she wanted to get out every maybe 30 minutes and then eat grass and then eventually puke among us right in the middle of the night.
So no drink night, just one THC, one half of a THC seltzer, and then dog crazy. No sleep, no sleep. So how you doing? We got Fritz coming in at the 1 o'clock hour for Fritz on the Street. And then he has some things he wants to address. Some Fritz news, if you will. We'll see how that goes down. And we'll hear from you today on the show. So make sure you send us a dispatch. Got an update on a bunch of stories we've been following too, so it should be pretty interesting as we roll along. Crazy drunk cat lady says no more cheese balls for lady. Oh, unfortunately, it wasn't the cheese balls. She didn't get any at all yesterday. She only got her customary dog cookie that she gets at 11 o'clock. That's it. Ew! You can still eat it.
Not that part.
Yeah, let me see it. No. Ew, I don't want that part. Their banana's black. It's not because it's black. It's because it's I'm not racist on my banana. It's just, get that out of here. I don't want to see it. Go. Gross. Rotten ass banana. What's going on in this household? Just not eating a black banana. Sorry. I'll eat a banana with black dots on the shell, but outside of the shell, if there's any black on the banana, then no good. No good. Not doing it. Ryan says she trying to feed you the pool rat. Still don't know exactly what that little creature was. Maybe it was some sort of rat, but we had cleaned out the filter. And you can see this on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. We had cleaned out the filter, I think, 2 days before, and somehow that little sucker fell in there, and I feel so bad for him. Must have rocked his world on the way out. Alice says there is more things made with high fructose corn syrup than not. Yes, indeed. That's in a lot of stuff. A lot of people argue that that is something that's attributed to obesity in the United States. Although I think, honestly, it would be probably the most direct correlation would be between sedentary lifestyles in the United States of America, the abundance and availability of technology to allow you to be even lazier, playing video games, watching television, sitting inside all the time, kids not going outside, all of these things. And then calories in, calories out will probably be the most notable reason why, as Americans and other countries, Mexicans too, a lot of other countries that are having problems with obesity. It's not just that, but it's not helping. Noel says probably a nutria. No, a nutria is like a big. A nutria is like the size of a pillow or something. They're big animals. 2 minutes. BDMX Con says banning it would help more than banning fluoride for dental health. Probably. The biggest thing, and I'm definitely somebody who's not good at this, for Americans in particular, is just a laziness, unwillingness, or an inaffordability issue around simply going to the dentist. That's the biggest thing. We've never had more cheap, affordable technology in toothbrushes and water picks and all of these things that you can get for $9.99 sent to your door overnight on Amazon. Easy peasy for everybody. Just people haven't necessarily adapted to being better about keeping up with their dental health. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. They have a hunting season for nutria? What do you get those bastards with? Be out there with like an elephant gun or something. Trying to pop off a nutria. And then I couldn't bring myself to eat it. No good. All right, we're coming back now.
Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
The future of the NFL is getting written.
With the first pick.
Right now. The 2025 NFL Draft. Catch Jay Glazer alongside former Jets GM Joe Douglas, College Football Hall of Famer LeVar Arrington, and Fox Sports lead college football reporter Jenny Taft.
Hi, this is Jay Glazer.
LeVar Arrington here. Join us for Draft Night Live on Fox Sports Radio.
Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Just search Fox Sports Radio and make it your next preset on the iHeartRadio app.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, HAPPY, H-A-P-P-Y, HAPPY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Sparks fly, though. I can't lie. I do enjoy a little fight now and again. It is indeed exciting. You can join us, as always, with your dispatches. Send yours at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane's with us today.
Hey.
Sabrina's here. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing?
Ooh, that was weird.
Why was that weird?
Because in our 12 years of knowing each other, you've never called me sweetheart.
Is there something wrong with calling somebody sweetheart? Is that a weird thing?
I think just with me, but sounds good, babe.
I thought this was just a normal Southern kind of greeting that you would give to somebody.
Yeah, I guess someone that's Southern, but you're not.
What am I if not a Southern man born in Vermont? Why am I not a Southern man to you? I'm not
raised in West Palm.
Yeah.
That's Southern, buddy.
Acreage does not say sweetheart.
Just because you're close to Southern Boulevard doesn't make you a Southern man.
Acreage does say Southern. That's where all the bumpkins live, right? That's a whole bunch of... That Acreage is a place where people tinker with airplanes that are definitely going to end in their death. They have like homemade wooden helicopters, and
that lawnmower motor is now going to become a go-kart as well as a weed whacker.
That is actually the currency in the Acreage, is Tecumseh lawnmower engines. You trade in those, 5 horsepower in meth. Allegedly meth. I bring this up for a reason, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it in a conversation on a broadcast awkward to call somebody sweetheart?
In a broadcast?
Does it have to be a demeaning thing? And I'll play you the audio of why I'm talking about this and doing it.
I don't necessarily think it's demeaning. I think it comes off condescending, and that's what people get up in arms about when that word comes out.
Because a lot of times in the context it's used, it is meant to be condescending, I think.
Right.
The person who always refers to people as sweetheart or honey, and that's off the bat. If out of nowhere, just like you did, you say sweetheart, then I'm like, there's something attached to this. If sweetheart, it's a heated conversation, even more so.
Sweetheart in particular seems like something you say to your significant other. It seems like something
when you're
that
60.
Honey is very different to me. Honey is very different, especially in the South. They'll just utilize that and they'll go, oh, hey there, thanks, honey, appreciate it. A lot of times you'll get that thrown around. I find that to be different. Sweetheart, though, like, for instance, these would never be used from a man to a man. C-Lane and I encounter each other. He would never go,
up, sweetheart?
hey, I got the segment ready for Best Of, or hey, I made sure everything's ready for Rochester this afternoon. All these things, if he did them and it was like, and I guess, great job, sweetheart.
Yeah, that would be weird.
C-Lane would be
hidden lovers.
That would be weird.
They're, go across the pond and dudes call each other love, but that's also, they call everybody love. That's
Do
just
they?
like, yeah, but it's just attached to it. Like, it's a dude or my guy.
Uh-huh.
but that's
Yeah.
over there. I mean, I've not called anyone that's not my lover love. I don't.
I
believe.
would still think in England that they wouldn't use love from guy to guy.
What's that
I
or
would
the
think
C
that-
word?
I think they would say bruv. Bruv on one side, love on the other.
Yeah, but
bruv
started with love.
Bruv love.
Oh, maybe it did. Well, this is why I'm talking about all of this. Over on Fox News, somebody who used to be in charge of the education system, Randy Weingarten, controversial lady on Fox News where they don't get along very well. And she's talking to Martha McCallum is her name. And here's how it went.
You have actually very difficult. Martha, sweetheart, listen to me.
Please don't call me
It
sweetheart.
actually does. I'm sorry. My bad. It actually does, Matt.
Stopped in the tracks there.
My bad.
And she did a double sweetheart, too, which didn't go over well.
Well,
Double
she said
sweetheart.
Martha. Martha didn't respond. Going with the sweetheart.
Is she in that moment trying to be demeaning is the question.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, she is.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
would
is.
say, or get her attention, or it's like, hey, listen, little kid,
Mm-hmm.
can I explain this to you properly?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
It's-
throwing that at you.
You know what it's like? It's like when, here's another one you could do that would be a shot at me. If you just start calling somebody son, if you're like, listen,
I'm not
son.
your son.
Listen, son, when we come back, I've got something we need to talk about on the show. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
it's a teaser.
Like,
I'm like,
say-
who's your son, Dylan?
And I say, what's coming up on the next episode? And you're like, all right, son, here's what we got coming up. Like, that's a way for a
writing that
man
down.
to talk down his nose to another
Well,
man.
like
think
Sabrina
son
just
or
said,
boy?
Yeah. No, son. Like if I said to Celine, I'd go, hey, son, if you could get the podcast, that's weird.
What about
man.
kid? How do you feel about kid?
Kid is talking down too, but son from a man to a man is way worse.
Kid, if you're referring to them directly as kid. If I say like, oh, that, he's a good kid, that's not necessarily like, I'm not necessarily talking down somebody, punching down somebody.
I have older
You don't have to be.
colleagues that's just part of their vernacular. Like,
What they say?
what's up,
Wait,
kid?
which word? Which word? Kid?
Yeah.
Who's calling you kid? Somebody at work is calling you kid?
Yeah, but I have, it does not throw me at all because I have known this person for many years, over
Who
a
is it?
decade. I'm not going to say.
Wow.
It rhymes with Timmy.
I knew it was Timmy.
Oh, Jimmy calls you kid? Does
Jimmy
he?
calls everybody kid. He says kids all the time.
Well, he is older than most people that he talks to.
And
so
then I go,
think that
yeah, what's up,
shapes
Pop
it.
Pop?
You don't call him Pop Pop.
No, that would be so weird, huh?
It turns into a weird little relationship, and then you're like, what are we doing here? What is happening right now? Didn't go over well, though. She did not like that, and then she apologized.
You have actually very difficult.
Martha, sweetheart, listen to me.
Please don't call me
It actually
sweetheart.
does. I'm sorry. My bad.
My bad. There we go.
These
And-
all are words that are being thrown out directly to a person in the midst of an argument, right? Like Sabrina mentioned my guy earlier. Typically, when she says my guy, she is not pleased with the person she's referring
What are you
to.
talking about, my guy?
Yeah.
My bad.
I
bad.
agree.
Sweetheart.
I agree. But the way I said sweetheart to Sabrina was not like that.
That had nothing. Yeah, that's
but
why it was.
threw us because I knew you were up to no good.
That's why it was just so weird. But if you guys were in the midst of like a almost fight, the sweetheart
if you
would
said
set it
sweetheart,
over.
Absolutely. That's when I would curse. I would use 2 dumps for that.
I haven't done that before. No, that's not my go-to. I don't really
No, you
talk
said
like
bitch,
that.
I believe, but that's
I have not
sweetheart.
called you a bitch. I don't think. I mean, if I did, hold on. I'm just being real. Have I ever on air called you a bitch? Because I don't believe that's true. I don't think I've ever said that.
I think. I don't
You
know.
have
I don't-
called me names on air, just for the record.
What'd I call you?
Asshole, I think, was one.
Were you? Bing?
There was one where you didn't know your microphone was on, and then you apologized afterwards. But
No one heard it.
Instead of right into the microphone.
That's why you have soundproof rooms.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever called you bitch.
No,
I don't
I'm just
believe.
going along. I mean, I'm. Let's be honest here, though. There's probably one time you did.
On the air? No, I'm talking about specifically on the air.
I don't have the receipts, man. I do not have the receipts, sweetheart.
I'm not asking
you have
to
everything
provide them.
else saved.
Actually, you would probably have a clip of me saying that, I would think.
Yeah,
Just
actually, let me look at the
at the
archive
ready.
here.
Yeah.
No, I just have This?
For me, it's tough to be a sex offender. That's not fair, and that had nothing to do with this conversation.
How about this?
Hey, Mr. Boner.
Was that to me or Celine?
I don't hope not. I hope
Clearly it was to me.
I don't call Celine's son. I call him Mr.
Clearly it was
Boner.
to me who had a boner at work. What do you mean?
Well, when Celine gets the podcast done, I'm like, great job, Mr. Boner. Congratulations. You did it, son. They said it couldn't be done,
All right,
sweetheart.
hold on. Let's see if we have anything close.
I've been waiting patiently, and now I will make you my bitch. Oh! I'm taking my bitch out to dinner, bro.
I mean, Sean.
Bitches, we're going to F all night. These are not referring to Sabrina,
You
just for the
searched by
record.
bitch. And
Don't be
that's
such a bitch. Oh, that's a different person.
Seychelles.
I shot that bitch dead.
Wow. Thank you so much, son.
Can you do that for every word?
It's in the system.
The system is against me. What's
Yeah.
happening right now?
What in the hell did I get myself into?
Oh, God. All right. By popular demand, we have to talk about the Australian twins.
I don't want to talk about them. They are giving me so much anxiety.
Every time I've seen a social media post where I see the anchor in front of the Ferris wheel, I go, I know it's those effing twins, and I keep scrolling.
And now, because they're going so viral, it's their other clips or maybe new interviews, and I do not want to watch it. It makes my heart palp.
The NSYNC twins, that's what they're calling them? INSYNC twins.
They need to say bye, bye, bye.
Well done.
You guys don't like these ladies?
No.
Everybody started to say in the stories that I was looking at, they were like, the world came together, these viral ladies that the internet loved. And I said, did the internet love these ladies?
They love them every 5 to 10 years if you just Google their names.
I think most people,
they're back.
I think people would be under the category of annoyed by these ladies. More
or at
so,
the very least, going from mildly fascinated to very quickly either annoyed or creeped out.
You're wondering why they don't have a TLC show? Because it would not make it past the first episode.
too much after a while. This is who we're talking about, just in case you missed it.
Taking off my headphones.
The double eyewitness, the NSYNC twins in Australia, they saw a carjacking. Their mom was involved.
Twin witnesses Bridget and Paula Powers are with us now.
We're
Firstly, thank you so much for joining us. And how is your mum?
Mum is doing really well. And people are saying, oh, she's brave. And Mum keeps saying to us, I've had 7 kids. I'm fine.
Imagine this situation.
You've had 7 kids.
Here's the problem.
The other 5, not fans.
Yeah. Here's the problem. They could stop.
They could.
They could
I don't know
stop.
if they can.
They could if they
look at their eyes.
If they
I don't
could
think
go
they
to
can.
therapy. There's something they could do to quit this nonsense.
Is it possible, though?
You are grown women.
Could you imagine this scenario? Hey, I got a job for you.
Okay.
And you, Sabrina or C-Lane, can have this job. It pays $1 million a year. $1 million a year. And the job is a little difficult, time-consuming and stuff, but you'll be able to get it done for your $1 million paycheck. The key thing is, at the end of every single shift, you have to sit down with your bosses and talk about how the workday went and things that you can improve on.
Okay.
Twist, these are your bosses. These two ladies
I
sit
will be
across from you
doing most of the talking.
every work day at the end of the day, and they're like, here's what, it's double talking you. Do you take the job for $1 million and you have to hear from them every day?
Yeah, I'll take the job. Benefits?
No benefits.
Okay.
No benefits come with it at all.
I don't want to sound crass, but the $1 million is pretty much the benefit.
No, I
That's
hear
what you
that.
get.
I'm just thinking about medically, what prescription medication do I need to be in order to have a weekly meeting with these two?
Xanax is going to do it for you.
She can handle anything. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How are you both recovering from it all? It must be a traumatic time.
Yeah, yes, it was. At the time, it was. Yeah, we just wanted to run for our safety, but in the back of our minds, we were worried about Mum. And we also feel for all the other families who are involved.
Listen to it.
Well, yes.
Well, there's 5 minutes left. Buckle up. We're going on a ride.
You're not playing all 5 minutes of this.
You bet your ass
No,
we are.
you won't do it.
We can't.
We are going on a ride. Chat.
All right. Bye, ratings.
Chat, do we play the rest of these ladies, the double talking twins, for 5 more minutes? Yes or no?
About to get in the chat myself for the first time.
We will abide
Absolutely
by
not.
the rules of the chat. We're going to have to wait a second because they're on a delay because of the
Say
dump
no.
button
Say
and all
no.
that. When it comes around to them, we'll let chat be the Behringer of whether or not we should play this or not. And in a moment here, they'll be saying yes or no. Yes or no. Though there's some no's coming in.
Yeah. Oh, really? What a surprise.
There's a make it stop. There's a F no. 5 minutes, yes, says Big Doug Millionaire.
The thing is, I mean, the silver lining on what has
I
been
need to
a
say
dark
no, so I'm going to
cloud,
run it.
and could have been a really dark cloud, is that your double eyewitness account has made international news.
International.
So how are you handling the attention and the reaction of the world?
Well, we've been focusing on the birds, what we do every day, and we're just taking it one.
I can't do it. I gotta stop. I'll throw it in the towel, okay?
I mean,
throw
there's
it in
obviously, there's a, and bless their souls. If they're happy, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But something's up, right? Like,
what, with their brains?
yeah.
They want attention, I think. I feel like they want attention. They like the attention that comes with it.
Yeah, but there's not, and there's no smile to it, you know? It's not giving me, these are our interesting lives. All they're doing is talking at the same time. Well, and then whenever they're not, one's mumbling to try to catch up to whatever they're going to say next.
I think there are two possible outcomes with identical twins. One is they end up having personalities that are actually very different, and that seems to maybe be better. And two is not only do they look exactly the same, but they have basically the same exact personality. And with that, you get this. You get the matching outfits, the speaking at the same time, and that seems like an option you want to avoid, if at all possible.
Yeah.
What do you think, folks? Let us know your thoughts. Leave us a dispatch right now. And if you send enough positive ones, we could fire that clip back up and listen to the rest of it.
Do you think that those women engage in sexual relationships?
Threesomes.
I don't think
And
so.
just one-off threesomes.
Maybe, but I don't think so. Maybe though.
Maybe there's their match out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Pair of twins that do the exact same thing.
Oh my God, we would melt down if there was a dinner date
I don't want to
between
see them on the news, please.
Okay, what do you think? Hit us up with the dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send yours right now. When we come back, another show is returning.
Yay.
An update on a story we talked about yesterday that was pretty funny. Something that happened on television that you need to know about, and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, who do you want choosing your kid's school curriculum? Politicians or school board members? Plus, the government wants to pay you not to use Google. We'll do Animal House and talk to Scott Maxwell. Tons of great prizes for trivia. At 6, we'll talk to our buddy Ross Padgett. Plus, 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 and your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Wednesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we will be expecting another hot and dry day, kind of a rinse and repeat stretch here, really throughout the end of this week and into the weekend. Although today will be a little hotter than yesterday with a high of around 91 degrees. Even hotter temperatures than that arrive as we head into the weekend, with highs approaching potentially the middle 90s by Sunday. Our next round of rain won't arrive until well into next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Folks, make your money count. Don't waste money. It's a big, big lesson to learn in your life. And when you end up getting the best partners for things that are broken around your house, you'll really be on the right track. I'm talking about a company that's not going to rip you off. I'm talking about a company that's family owned and operated, locally owned and operated, all the good things that you should care about. And honest, that's the number one thing you get with Mills Air. And that's why they've been so successful, because honesty is what they lead with. Their techs are going to come out to your house, and they're going to do it fast. And when the Mills Air tech arrives, they're going to look at your air conditioning. It doesn't matter what kind it is or what your setup is. They know how to fix it. They know if it's running right. They know if something is wrong at Mills Air. and they're going to help you out. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Permanent injuries may not appear immediately after.
Microphone's on. Okay. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You don't call me that. Don't call me
But I do now.
No, you don't.
What do you want, honey?
No.
Baby?
No, you don't call me any of those.
I say baby.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I say baby sometimes. Yeah.
No.
Schnookums?
No.
Sugar?
No. You don't call me any of those things.
Darling?
That sounds like Grandpa.
I ran out of them.
I'm not entertaining.
All right. See you later, Courtney.
Don't call me that either.
Well, then what am I supposed to say? You said no babe when I said babe.
No, baby.
Oh, babe versus baby. Oh, okay. I didn't know. It's different. Okay. Babe. All right. See you later. Be safe, please. Screwed that one up. The cutest little cutie on the block. I'm just cutie from the block. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Sugar plum. Love muffin. Dortney catching fire. Dortney sounds mean though. It's not. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be mean. All right? I won't allow it. 2 minutes. Hades says, my brothers are identical twins. I sent him this, and they said they found it disturbing. Yeah, it's probably like, I don't know. I'm trying to connect to the cringe level on this. I guess it would be like if there was a wacky radio host in some viral clip doing the most embarrassing wacky radio host thing, and then somebody sent it to me, and they're like, what do you think about this? And I thought, oh, cringe, facepalm. I feel like it makes the rest of us radio hosts look bad. I think it's like that, but for twins. Like when twins see it, they're like, oh, God. Come on, please. We don't need to be like fetishized and then thought of as weirdos and all that. 1 minute. Nightbot. Nightbot, present your frunk. Present it.
The car radio on the app.
It's the presets.
Super easy.
And thank you for keeping it free.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. It's Car Care Month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, underhood, and more. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order, $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 4th, 2025.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
Or maybe I'm onto something. Maybe I'm just, once again, really onto something out here, and there's other people that feel exactly the way I do. There's yet again another show that's returning, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm not interested. I lost my attention span for this show. Mm-hmm. I don't want it anymore.
Well, what is it?
It's piling up now. Handmaid's Tale was the one that I definitely was like, okay, it's fun-ish at the beginning.
The way you presented it was like they were doing a revival. Handmaid's Tale always had the intention of this final season.
Handmaid's Tale is just a show that lost me at some point in time because of what they were doing with their storytelling. I was like, you lost me. Sorry, I just, you're there, you're doing your thing. I'm just not watching it anymore. Walking Dead absolutely did that. Like the 40th time on The Walking Dead, it felt like something was going to happen. And then we stayed right in the same moment. I go, okay, I've seen it.
I hear you.
Done it.
I've been there, but I don't know. I have this commitment thing because The Walking Dead, I felt the same. And then during COVID, I rewatched everything from the very first episode until the end of it.
Oh, you watched the whole thing. Okay.
And yeah, there was a dull moment. And I fought through it and ended up really great.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched all the spinoffs so far, with the exception of Daryl Dixon's. I'll tell you what, though, the Michonne and Rick one, cheesy.
Yeah, not good.
Cheesy.
The whole thing kind of became like that to me, and it just became another one of these shows that I just lump on this pile where it lost me, and there's a variety of reasons why a show will lose me over time. A bunch of different things. It could be that the story direction goes in a way that I don't care about anymore. It wasn't why I connected to the show. Like, I love Silo right now. It's one of my favorite shows. Mm-hmm. If on Silo they said, we're going to go an entirely different direction now, I'd probably go, well, that's not what I was on board for. What the hell's happening here? I wanted to go somewhere else.
Twist? Yeah.
It's not that I don't like a good twist. I love a good twist, but I like storytelling that stays consistent and that focuses on the thing that I had some buy into to begin with. But while staying fresh, one thing that happens is they stay too long between seasons and too much time passes. And that's true for the one that's coming back now that I just have no interest left for. And that's You. The series You.
Oh, I thought they were done with You.
Same.
And guess what? It should have been done. You know why? Same thing over and over and over and over.
Well, so the last one that they had was overseas, right? Like, wasn't
I don't
he
remember.
In the
I didn't see that one.
I think we watched that. But yeah, when I opened Netflix, I'm like, they're doing this again.
I think I fell off when he got a partner in crime and the same things happening over and over. I mean, it's just like, how many times can we relive the same kind of story arc?
It makes
to
money.
me, I get bored of it. And I don't know, our viewers like that on some of these shows.
And how can he just keep getting away with everything?
Yeah, he's always just with his cap on, pulled down a little bit.
How does he get away with stalking people? Because he looks the same.
He's not great at it. He's not very incognito, but You is back this week, the television show, and Andor is along with it, which I think, Celine, were you tuned into Andor at all?
I did watch all 3 episodes of the 3-episode premiere last night.
Andoring?
It was very good.
It was good?
I love Andor. It's in the Star Wars universe, but it's the least Star Warsy show they have.
So do you have to know Star Wars stuff prior to watching Andor?
It helps, but I don't know that you would have to.
It's always Google.
But like, there's not lightsaber battles. Nobody uses the Force. It's more of like a drama about like a political drama about the beginnings of the rebellion.
Well,
okay.
The only show that is returning that has been gone for too long, definitionally has been gone for too long, but I still am kind of interested in, is they just dropped the trailer. It's one of the top videos on YouTube right now for Poker Face, the new season.
Poker Face is, I did like it, but it was more cutesy than I thought it was going to be.
I thought that was kind of a fun little jaunt, and it's still early enough in that I could get behind it.
And I like her.
I like
She's
what's her
good.
face. What's her name?
Natasha Leon.
Yeah.
Natasha Leon, yeah. I like her.
I just miss her smoking cigarettes.
So many, it just keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over and over, and over again.
Was she in Orange is the New Black?
Yes.
Yeah. She was one of the main stars in that. So tell us what you think. Are you going to be watching this? Are you still tuned in? Are you running away from it? What's getting your attention? Send us what we call a dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Elon Musk confirming the rumors, basically, that we heard yesterday, that he will be stepping away from Doge soon, mainly because his time is ticking anyhow. He can only hold the gig for so long. And the net income from Tesla has plummeted in Q1. It has not been a good time.
Along with everything else, though, no?
Musk said, no, specifically Tesla, as far as cars, has gotten hit pretty hard. And the sales slid 71% in the first quarter as the company struggled to overcome competitive pressure overseas and a reputational hit from Chief Executive Elon Musk's polarizing role in the Trump administration. So Musk has responded. Here's what Elon says, and let us know what you think. Elon says he'll be devoting significantly less time to his federal cost-cutting work at the Department of Government Efficiency, a.k.a. Doge. He says he's going to spend less time at Doge as the weeks go on here.
Do you think that there is a situation in which Elon Musk parts ways with Doge and sort of slowly kind of removes himself from the political spectrum, and that works? Like, people buy into it, and he's not divisive anymore?
It can. Yes, it can. It can, actually. George W. Bush was incredibly polarizing in the United States of America.
I watch his drive.
He was first America's president in the truest sense of the phrase after 9/11, and everybody was kind of like, let's do this. We support George Bush, save for like a small amount of people. But then by the end of his time in office, people, especially left-wing people, obviously hated George Bush. He was dumb. He was evil. He was all these. They hated him so much. But now, at least from what I can see, over time, he's now like a memeable, cutesy, kind of nice guy.
Yes. He's got candy in his pocket. He loves to paint.
Yes, but
you'd want to have a beer with him, that kind of guy.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have an entire list of brands associated with his name that, like Tesla. They've reported a horrible Q1. Their net income's down. Can Tesla survive this?
I think they're big enough that they'll be able to ride out a wave like this, but I think they need to turn things into a different direction, because you can't have the focus on this for so long. Like, people are going to be crazy no matter what, right? So the thing you could do is go, hey, let's let this cool down for 3 months. Elon's not doing all the controversial stuff at the White House anymore, at least controversial to some people.
Tweeting, Xing out?
Well, that would be the question. Is he still doing that? Would be one thing. But if he had turned completely for 6 months into just focusing on technology and space and those things, that all the people that so hate him right now, many of them would forget about it. Now, a lot of them would continue to hate him because he's a billionaire, or just because they're far left people who just are never, ever, ever, ever going to like Elon Musk.
But the billionaire thing, those people already existed, before Doge, before the Elon Trump bromance.
Yeah. By the way, people don't hate billionaires. Even the people who say they hate billionaires, they only hate the billionaires they politically disagree with. That is just something I see over and over again. Nobody's out there rallying against Beyonce or Jay-Z being billionaires. They don't care about that as much. They're like, who is the person who I disagree with who's a billionaire? That person's evil. Elon Musk, George Soros.
I think Tesla should take a page from Papa John's, where they had a problematic, patriarch that they needed to kind of distance themselves from.
Yeah,
sweaty.
Now, I don't know how well Shaq will fit into a Tesla, but, you get a Shaq-style,
Cybertruck,
lovable spokesperson in there. Just get him in some commercials. Hey, drive a Tesla, and we're onto something.
You think they need their 40 pizzas in 40 days moment, or they need
that's still Papa.
That was Papa.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Really currently and Mark Shapiro should be in
Look
jail.
at him.
He's so sweaty.
He's so sweaty. It's not okay in the eyes. And mind you, this was shortly after he gave the tour of his house with the, 15-foot statue of eagles banging that he has at the front door.
Well, his whole arc was, I've had 40 pizzas in 30 days.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently, and Mark Shapiro should be in jail.
Should be in jail. So they need an anti-Papa John moment. All right. We'll see if it works. What do you think? Can Elon repair his brand with the people who disagree with him? Can Tesla make it through this, or do you think they're actually going to be done for? We always want some ideas to spur some conversation. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com or send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. We got some emails to get into in a bit. I have an update on the Los Angeles tree incidents where somebody cut down these trees. Now we have an arrest that's been made.
Good.
Excuse me. We have a dog who saved a man, and a whole lot more as we get ready for Fritz on the street. Fritz has some things to say, many more things to touch on. A very busy Wednesday ahead of us. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plan. Make sure your child has the savings they need for college with a Florida Prepaid Plan. It's a tax-advantaged, risk-free investment in your child's future and the smartest way to save. Open enrollment is now, and plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll today.
If you love brunch with a little buzz and a whole lot of sass, you need to be at the Jim Colbert Show's Boozy Brunch. Boozy Brunch is on Sunday, May 4th at Osprey Restaurant, with Jim Colbert and Jack Bradshaw for what can only be described as an unhinged Sunday fun day. Think pastries, raw bar, cocktails, burlesque from Corsets and Cuties, and feisty trivia that'll have you yelling at your mimosa. It all kicks off at 11 a.m. sharp, and trust me, this will sell out. Grab your crew and come sip, snack, and get a little wild. Go to realradio.fm/brunch for your tickets. That's realradio.fm/brunch.
Sunnyside drains.
Water is backing up from my drains, and there's a nasty smell coming from them.
Yo, what's up? Hello?
What's wrong with that copy?
Hang on.
Services.com. Fresh Florida tomatoes. These ripe red rubies are the jewels of the produce section, making every dish a real gem. Sliced or diced, pureed or sauteed, they are the soul of soups and salads, the toppings of pizzas and pastas. They put the T in BLT, literally. Is there nothing the Florida tomato can't do? Florida tomatoes, the Swiss Army knife of vegetables. Even if they are a fruit, technically. To see what Florida tomatoes can do for you, visit freshfromflorida.com.
What is the cost of doing nothing?
Skull mic. Is Skull mic on? Can you hear me? Check 1 2. Check. Breaker 1 2. Check. Hello? Loud and clear, baby. Lily says they're letting Fritz tell you in his own words. Fritz has some stuff that he wants to address that's going on. It's best just to talk about it when he gets here. That's the space to leave it. By the power of Skull Mike. Hey Lily, hey Tanya, hey Lee Road, hey Last Fan. Hey everybody who's hanging out with us today. We appreciate you. I don't think Tesla is too big to fail necessarily, by the way, but I do think that they have a really big market share and they seem to be a good distance ahead of their competitors in the electric vehicle world, even some of the ones that have been pretty successful. So yeah, I mean, I just, like, people will forget about a lot of things. The temperature will go down a lot if you just get off of the gas. You're always going to have the crazy ass people on the extremes who are going to hate you no matter what. Like, there are people who are very political, left-wing people who are always going to hate Elon. They're going to have meltdowns over everything, even if Elon completely goes in another direction. They're always going to be that because that's what they do. But it doesn't mean that the company can't right itself and they can't fix the issue. It should be okay. 2 minutes. Charlie says Tesla has set the bar for EVs. This is one of the things that I find to be really dumb, like next level retarded, when people take politics and then they'll be like, Elon didn't do anything with Tesla. He didn't even start Tesla. Elon has nothing to do with Tesla's success. It's like, why can't anybody say, I think this person is wrong about this, but also I'm not going to just make up a bunch of fan fiction about shit? Like, this is the whole thing where people go, Elon is the dumbest guy in the world. We're like, okay, guy on the internet who's unemployed, whose highest position has been making minimum wage, doing menial tasks. Like, okay, like, can't you say the person's wrong, but also maybe has done some cool stuff? Because Tesla is pretty cool. Gunny says, we'll never buy an EV. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think there could be an EV, one model, something about it that would change your mind. It takes a while to go from really nerdy electric vehicles to cool electric vehicles to the electric vehicles that win everybody over to where nobody really cares about gas anymore. Or $20 a gallon gas. All right, we're coming back. Uh-oh. Sorry. It says tits on it? Oh no. Good luck.
Or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. CASH. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
some updates for you on a couple different things, and we'll work in some of your feedback. You're always welcome to join in on the show. If there's something we talk about and you have an opinion on it, I don't care where that opinion's coming from. As long as it's from your brain, send it over on thenewsjunkie.com or to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Yesterday, we left Shaq where he was really, really gunning for the bathroom.
Had to go. Y'all keep going. Y'all keep going.
He was on TNT, and he goes, the coverage must roll on, but Shaq gotta leave, and he headed out of the studio, and they called him out too.
The other thing about Kawhi,
he gets up.
You know what? You all right, big fella? You all right? Catching a crap?
Catching a crap?
Go ahead, keep talking, Jeff. Yeah, we on TV. I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
We on TV.
I like that line so much.
I love
know
their
what
show.
we're doing.
It goes off the rails so often, and camera or producers like just follow Shaq into the bathroom.
Yeah,
please.
Shaq's going to go to the bathroom. Go along with him.
All you've been drinking. I know. Hey, take some matches with you.
So they bother him. They troll him a little bit, and Shaq goes to take a bathroom in the middle of the broadcast. In broadcasting, if you don't know, this is a bit of it's a gray area. Usually you try not to do that. I have praised the spaghetti monster above, knock on all the woods. I have never, in the middle of a segment, had a bathroom emergency. I have been close. I have been talking on a day when my stomach didn't feel well and just barely make it to break. But I've never not made it back.
I have not had that situation. I have had, I really, really have to go to the bathroom, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll tell you, we're coming back now. But I want you to know, as soon as you set everything up, I got to run to the bathroom. And then I believe you just made the intro much longer.
No,
Until
usually
I went to go pee-pees.
We just don't mention it. If one of you, like you guys all the time, will run off to the bathroom and maybe not get back on time. But
I don't poop here.
I didn't say that.
I poop here.
I just said go to the bathroom.
Boss
just in
makes
general.
$1, I make a dime.
You got to do what you got to do. I get it. I'm not looking down on it. It happens. But
Please
if
don't.
you guys do
Nasty.
that, we'll just ignore it and we'll kind of scooch on with the show. And then you pop back in and then hopefully everything goes okay from there. Now, here's what happened the next day on TNT with Shaq. Here's what happened to him, all right?
Coming out for Inside the NBA.
All right, they're going to the studio.
This casual stroll. Does not notice the porta potty.
Something new on the set. They brought in a porta potty.
We like to have fun here.
Fun prank.
On the side of the set, they now have a porta potty.
I love that.
Now, is Shaq already in the porta potty getting ready to come out?
Oh, I hope so. Shaq would destroy that porta potty in real life.
I did not. Over there.
Nobody's going in there to really use it, right?
And then just before we...
That's even worse than the RV bathroom, which you don't go number 2 in the RV
I wouldn't be
bathroom.
surprised if some of the people, some of the creatives on the show were like, we should get a porta potty in here for Shaq. And somebody in charge of that studio said, only if not a soul uses it.
Nobody can use this.
Sitting there.
Yeah, it's too close. Oh, is this Shaq going into it?
I brought it out here.
Oh,
That's a big
one.
porta potty.
Oh, so you actually going to use it now?
Oh, they even
I
got some
hope
nice
not.
NBA
Oh,
on
my
TNT graphics.
Nice.
Brought to you by Kia.
Yeah, got their ads on there.
Need a Kia?
That's how it works.
Go to Kia.
What if they did that for us? What if they said in the iHeart studios at HQ, they'll put a little porta potty right there. It's just going to be sitting there hanging out next to you.
I would go for a urinal. If I could just get a urinal in here.
What, behind you?
Yeah.
So you could just roll your chair around, spin it around.
And then they do the studio tour, and you're just whizzing.
You better hope there's no studio tour today.
Whatever, dude. Jeff gave this to me for my birthday last year.
What, your shirt?
Jeff and Darcy had this custom made, and it's one of my favorite birds, the great tit bird.
It's not on your shirt. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. It's mostly just the birds. The font saying the actual word.
And there's, I run into pretty much the same people all the time when I'm in the hallways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not as often. We're Big Boss Judy.
Yeah, she's there
And
today.
sure
the big
enough,
boss.
I'm like, we cross paths. I'm like, damn it, Sabrina. I'm like, hey, how are you? Hope you have a great day. Please don't look at my shirt. All right, I'm looking at my face. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
No, did you put your hand over the T word on your shirt?
No, I didn't realize it was after our interaction that I'm like, that's the shirt I'm wearing.
I would be
But it's
too
small
wary
print.
that if I covered it, it would draw more attention to it. And then she'd be like, why is he
Are you having
covering
a
his
heart
shirt?
attack?
Yeah. What's happening? And then when you take your hands off, they see the T word on your shirt.
But it's
and
also
then bam.
conveniently located. So I could be
Yeah.
like, what? What
Yeah,
are you
my
looking
eyes
at?
are up here. How dare you? What are you doing right
Isn't
now?
that cute, though?
Let us know what you think. That's a nice shirt. Fritz got that for you?
Yeah, Fritz and Darcy did.
Fritz and Darcy?
For my birthday last year.
Very
So,
sweet.
Curious to
What
see what they're going to get me this year.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Birthday mentions dropping in. Here
2
go
days
the birthday
before, God
mentions.
forbid.
Yeah, so Sean.
Because you forgot about it.
So Sean,
I
the
did
shirt.
not.
She's almost had the shirt an
say
entire
homos had?
year.
You said homos had because I'm a lesbian?
No, I
I'm
said
sure
she's
some do.
almost had the shirt an entire year.
So when is my
Yes.
birthday, Sean?
I know when your birthday is.
Is it tomorrow or is it
No,
Friday?
it's Friday. Your birthday's Friday.
Good. I have other questions for you as far as
Go ahead. I know them all. I know the answers to all of them. Go ahead.
What year was I born in?
You were born in
Come on.
1990.
90's good. Stop feeding him the answers, Eli.
He wasn't feeding it to me. I knew the answer. I know. I think you might be a little older than Courtney. Or
well, if you do the math.
I know these things mostly.
I will be
all right?
35 years old, and I'll be
I know
running
these
for
things.
president next year.
Are you? Okay.
Now that I can
running
do
for
it
office
legally.
with the T-shirt on, T-work
I'm going
shirt
to go
on?
right to president, too.
That's a jump. Usually people start out smaller, but why not aim big? That's the place to go.
Thank you.
So, yeah, good luck in the studio with that shirt on today.
Yeah, I didn't even bring a sweater, so.
Good luck. Good luck on Friday for your birthday.
Thank you. Are we not working?
Oh, I'll be out Friday. Did you not get the email about that?
I did not, no. And I even asked Celine yesterday. I'm like, hey, I'm getting a vibe Sean's going to take off Friday.
Did you really?
She did.
I didn't do it on purpose. I just got
You were just doing weekend stuff a little early.
No, I got another pair of tickets to Epic Universe, and I wanted to go.
Oh, good. That worked out.
Spend some time there, and I just figured, why not?
So I guess we're going to have a great time on Friday.
I didn't take Friday off. Why would I take your birthday off? I wouldn't do that to you.
I
Jesus.
take my birthday off.
You can if you want.
No, I got to work.
I mean, you're taking the
so many
day
PTOs.
after your birthday
You
off.
bet your ass I am.
Don't act like
bet your ass I
Don't
am.
act like you're really working hard.
But what did I
around
do
here.
that? Because I traded Jack because of his tickets to Epic Universe.
Yeah, Epic Universe is killing the business
Let's
around
put
here.
the curtain back down, unless,
Slowly
of
but surely.
course, Epic people. Sabrina at RealRadio.fm.
What do you want for your birthday from us? Do you want something from us?
Yeah,
I'm
it'd be
out of
great.
ideas. What?
I want you to use your creativity and think about our working / friendship for the last 12 years.
Is there a universe where I don't have to do that? Where
Yeah,
I can
last
just-
year. Good answer. Good answer.
Second guessing it now.
That is it.
True. Well, we'll celebrate on Friday. We'll
yeah.
celebrate.
And then I have to go
35.
work the Orlando Pride game. But I already warned them. I'm like, it is my birthday, so it's a later game.
Kind of going to be a little loose. Yeah, 35
you know.
years old. 35 doesn't feel any shocking or older, like in terms of just an age to turn, I don't think.
Yeah,
40 will.
Oh, I'm sure. But back in the day when I thought of 35, I'm like, you're going to be wearing pantsuits every day.
Yeah,
But
you're going to be serious business person.
Things are happening.
Also,
Mortgage.
when you're a little kid, when you're roaming the world and you look at adults, I think you go like you file them into categories. One being like these are really old people. You know, this like you look at somebody middle aged and be like that's an old person. When you start getting up in age, it changes drastically. So
Oh, yeah.
you don't feel quite like that.
When you become 42, 4, is that where you are?
Yeah.
You just have a bunch of leaves that pile up in front of your house.
43 is the age.
Damn.
For my birthday next time, just ignore that. Just ignore the person.
No, I'm going to
outside.
buy that guy a silent leaf blower. A
Ryan
sucker.
on YouTube says all Sabrina wants is an uninterrupted next episode.
Oh,
I don't think she wants that.
That is a great suggestion, but
I guess what I got for you when we come back.
yeah, right.
The most uninterrupted next episode ever.
That's
we
2
will
segments from now.
we're going to give you the doubler.
I don't have enough for that, but
The double
It's like a
decker.
scratch-off game, the doubler.
yeah, or something in my nightstand.
All right, we'll see what happens. We will take a quick break. When we come back,
Split it in half? Or?
we got a celebrity. A celebrity sibling is coming out and saying, "Enough is enough. Stop joking about my sibling for this thing."
Okay, so right out of the next episode, you're going to do a story.
You don't know what it is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, if you have the same clip and can play it as I'm playing it, I will give you $500.
All right, here we go.
All right. If you haven't looked at my laptop already and you're not cheating in some way,
She can't see your laptop.
She can't? Good.
Someone
All right.
can.
Good. No, nobody can. Shut it
Eli,
down.
you want 250?
No, this is collusion.
I want the doubler.
Yeah, we can't make that happen. All right, when we come back, we'll get to your emails. We got a dog rescue people. We've got the next episode. We got Fritz on the street and an announcement from Fritz. Some news from him coming up on the show. A whole lot more. Gather around. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Fellas, texters are blowing us up right now. We're getting more texts than we ever have. They're affirming Russ's statement that fried bologna absolutely looks like boobs. Yes.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for...
Hello, hello, hello. I gotta get emails in a second. Trust me, friends, she doesn't want us to go silent on her segment. That's called being alone. Being alone with no feedback. Just sitting there. Nobody wants that. Solo skate, if you will. Cargo Bay says Fritz coming out. He's coming out to the station to do the show, and at 1 o'clock we'll go in on what's happening with him. The future of Fritz, if you will. All right, I got to grab some emails. Hang tight. Hang tight. Talk amongst yourselves. Somebody has emailed the show and says that I am wrong, which that's the least shocking thing you've heard in a while. But the thing that they claim I'm wrong about is, believe it or not, the texting service. They say, Sean, the texting service absolutely loves you. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the people that text, I'm just going to go out there and say this, it's probably the dumbest feedback platform. Emails can be semi-dumb. Dispatches, 95%, as you know, people aren't that great. The feedback isn't perfect. 5% gems, diamonds, genius stuff. The future of broadcasting. But chat is probably the best feedback. Chat is the best feedback, right? You guys on YouTube and Twitch are the best feedback, I think. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Unlike almost every other live stream I've seen in my life, there's a pretty decent division of you on the left and right. I would say there's probably a few more people skewing left than right, but maybe a lot of the people skewing toward the right probably are just a little less vocal in chat. That's what I get. I think it's basically balanced. Unlike every other streamer's chat, where it's usually just groupthink and the same people commenting over and over and over and over and over again. Mojo repetition. Mojo, mojo, mojo, mojo. All the time. That's what you get with most people. You guys are the best feedback. AJ Soup says, Twitch is the most intelligent. Twitch is the least... I don't know. Twitch is very Twitch-like. Because of the platform, Twitch has a particular tech savvy. I think Twitch is way more tech savvy than YouTube. You guys on Twitch are way more tech savvy, I would say. best at helping you straighten the rug? I don't know. That's always getting trolled every single time. But chat is the best feedback. I absolutely believe that. We'll run a test here, though, on the texting service. Let's see how this goes. Stand by. Here we go.
Only authorized retailer here. Names like Tacori, Viraggio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. American-made rings of the highest quality and lasting value.
We're able to offer brands that other jewelers tried to get over and over and over again. These brands are known, respected, they deliver a quality product for a fair valued price.
So you don't have to compromise. At IDC, you will always be guaranteed a real, natural, rare diamond showcased in a handcrafted ring with exceptional craftsmanship. It's all part of the IDC experience.
People here trust us because we are the real deal.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Millennium Mall, and Waterford.
The future of the NFL is getting written.
With the first pick.
Right now. The 2025 NFL Draft. Catch Jay Glazer alongside former Jets GM Joe Douglas, College Football Hall of Famer LeVar Arrington, and Fox Sports lead college football reporter Jenny Tabb.
Hi, this is Jay Glazer.
LeVar Arrington here. Join us for Draft Night Live on Fox Sports Radio.
Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Just search Fox Sports Radio and make it your next preset on the iHeartRadio app.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
that I'm wrong, which generally is an email that is just unironically, absolutely, unequivocally wrong itself. That's what happens when I get these.
Are your favorite?
No, it's usually somebody who's very, very wrong. And honest to God, I think this email is wrong. I think this person is off target here. Yeah. They email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It's Kyle who emails.
Hey, Kyle.
Good afternoon, Mr. Junkie. He says, I don't go by Mr. Junkie. I don't think so.
Daddy Junkie.
You could say Daddy Junkie. No, you don't have to say that. That's weird.
Say it.
You could just say Sean. You could say the greatest there ever was. You could say King Dong. I'll take all those nicknames. Those are
maybe
fine.
not the last one.
Scooter, Scooter King, any combination of those. So good afternoon, Mr. Junkie. Fine, I'll take it. I just wanted you to know you are wrong. Any idea where they're going? What do you think they're saying I'm wrong about? Anybody?
I mean, they're from yesterday's show or today?
Nope. This came in today.
Okay.
Just a bit ago, just a couple minutes ago.
A couple things.
Not about something we talked about recently, though.
So it's from a past show?
It's just an overall thing. They said.
Oh, gosh, then I have no idea.
I don't think I'm wrong about this, but we're going to test it in real time. First off,
peacocks are beautiful.
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
No.
Is it a food thing?
No.
Handmaid's
It's something that is in your world, C-Lane.
Babies.
Moons are stupid.
Nope, it's not that. First off, let me say I've been listening to you from the very beginning, and you bring up this topic from time to time, but you brought it up again yesterday, and I can abide this abuse no longer. I'm done sitting idly by while you spew your nonsense, so I'm here to set the record straight. Sean, the texting service absolutely loves you, says Kyle. He thinks I'm wrong about the texting service, that they actually love me over there. No, Kyle. The texting service is the lowest form of interaction with the show. It goes chat, YouTube, and Twitch. Then it goes dispatches. Well, you guys are on the show. Then it goes dispatches. Then it goes emails. Sometimes emails are above dispatches. And then it goes comments on dispatches. And then it goes random people who shout stuff in the background of a dispatch. And then things that are just said that aren't even on the show. And then commercials. And then the texting service. The texting service is last on that list in terms of quality of feedback. Bring them up, though, Sealand. Do you have the texting service up in a window there?
Yeah.
Let's just see if I'm right about this or if
Somebody
Kyle.
says, "We love you, Sean."
Yeah. Just put love or hate over on the texting service. All right? Just put love or hate when you're in your text message. What is 77031?
Yeah.
That's all. We don't need to say it again. Those are the people who usually text during the show nonstop. He says, okay, maybe not all of us, but more than you think. You can't keep lumping us all together with the jerks that just make fun of that mole you keep trying to cover with makeup. You know the one. I don't wear makeup on the show, but I probably should.
What mole?
Anyway, I just wanted to say I've made the show and the station all my presets on my iHeart app. Even started listening to podcasts on repeat while I sleep just to boost your ratings. Sabrina, keep killing it with parody songs. They crack me up.
Oh, yeah.
I love you all and appreciate everything you do. Also, could you pick someone else for Fritz on the Street, says Kyle. All right, so Kyle says, I'm wrong, and the texting service actually likes me. Texting service, more hates or loves coming in right now, Sealand?
I'm refreshing here.
Okay.
It's taking a bit. Oh, let's see. F. Sean LOL. That was from Mo Manji. Love. Eat S. Somebody just said fart.
Okay.
Somebody said penis.
Yeah.
Somebody said 50-50. We got another meh.
That's the quality of the commentary.
And then finally, we love you, Russ.
Okay. That's the quality of the commentary coming in on the texting side of things. Give it up.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sean's great. Not as great as C-Lane, but still up there from CNJ Forge, multi-platform communicator.
That guy's everywhere. He's woofing us during the show. He's getting it done. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. What else do we have here? About the food additives, the dyes that are going to be banned by the end of next year by RFK Jr., the FDA announced that they're going to get rid of all these popular dyes in foods. And Mike says food additives are one thing, but H&B items are against your skin. That's health and beauty items, the body's largest organ. There's one ingredient in these products that you have no way of knowing what's in it. It's fragrance. By law, they don't have to tell you what it's made of. It literally could be toilet water. Food for thought, if you'll excuse the pun.
It's actually called eau de toilette, which is
true. It's right on there. It's right in the marketing. So, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think the word natural doesn't really mean that much. This is a marketing thing. It's like the word organic. Sounds good, makes you feel good. But what does organic actually mean? It's like farm raised. It's like all the different things, buzzwords that they put on these things. Yeah, free range. There are some meanings, some goalposts that you have to stay within, but mostly it's just a feel-good word, and so is natural or healthy or those things. However, dyes aren't doing anything good for us. We don't need our Skittles to be that red or that green or that blue. We don't need that. We don't need those things. And I don't think most people will be upset by it, but we'll see. Let's see. Go over to Travis says, 2 tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Sean, this evening my mom mentioned to me the Doomsday Mom was finally convicted. Oh, yeah, Lori Vallow, I think. We got that at the jury duty portion of the show. It sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember, and I did a bit of research when we talked about them fleeing to Hawaii. I do believe you guys talked about this in 2019. Crazy story. Glad to see the people where they belong in prison. Well, one of them is Chad Daybell, I think, is the gentleman. I don't think his trial has taken place just yet, but we shall keep an eye on the story as per usual. There are a lot of great doggos out there. Love you, dogs.
That's a good dog.
Support the dogs. I'm a fan of the dogs, all right? I want to say that. But
controversial.
There aren't many like this. There's a dog that has made the news this week. It led a 2-year-old boy to safety.
Oh, I saw this.
Did you see this?
Yes.
The dog led a 2-year-old boy to safety after he spent a night alone in the Arizona wilderness. C-Lane, Jackson isn't far from 2 years old.
No.
Could you imagine
far
him?
from Arizona wilderness.
Could you imagine him in the wilderness at all for the night? You'd be losing it,
Oh,
man.
I can't imagine. I mean, throughout the night is insane to me.
That's scary.
I don't believe I was 2 yet, but I was in the carrier and obviously I could walk. And we had just gotten to Sanibel Island. My mom put me down to check into the resort, and I crawled out and into an open elevator.
Ooh, see you later.
And in just those 15 minutes was pure panic. I cannot even fathom throughout the night in the wilderness.
I mean, a baby's bad. I've told the story where we went to...
Babies are the worst.
We went to Disney one time, I think, and we got onto, the person I was with and I got onto the monorail, and we looked, and Dylan didn't get onto the monorail. And we were
I remember.
See ya! And he's just standing there by himself, and he's
Screaming,
about...
crying.
I think he was 6 or 7, and I'm trying to, from a moving monorail, now get across with just my hands. Stay right there. Don't move. We'll be back.
Damn it, I should have taught him ASL.
It's like, stay there. And he sat right there like a good kid, sat down, and he had like a snack that he had got, and he sat there and he ate a snack, and then we came back and got him, and nothing happened, thank God. But imagine the person being 2 years old.
No.
Jesus. Scotty Dunton, who owns the 6-year-old Anatolian Pyrenees dog named Buford, said gifts have been arriving at his doorstep since the rescue of Bowden Island. People are bringing by these toys because the dog found this little kid. The couple had called family members for help searching for Bowden and eventually contacted the sheriff's office. More than 40 rescuers took hold. They said about 16 hours after the toddler disappeared, it was found on his property. He was sleeping under a tree, and the dog had led him back to Dutton's Ranch, which is about 7 miles from the home where he lived. 7 miles.
This dog is usually in charge of protecting the livestock from like coyotes and
I think so,
what have you. And he just was doing his rounds.
Yeah.
And saw a 2-year-old.
The dog escorted the 2-year-old slowly and carefully. The dog walked along step by step with the 2-year-old who was toddling next to him for over a mile, which is kind of the most adorable thing I've ever heard in my friggin' life. And salute to you, doggy. One of the good ones out there.
All the treats.
Yeah, you deserve it. You absolutely do. Quick update before we find out what's happening on the next episode. The tree story, the mystery tree incident. The trees being cut down in Los Angeles by somebody that they said was on a bike, somebody that was anti-fig. They were against the fig trees, and they had a chainsaw. Now we have an arrest. Here's the latest from NBC Los Angeles. The story says, the man suspected of cutting down several trees in downtown L.A. was arrested on Tuesday. So late last night, I guess. Police arrested 45-year-old Samuel Patrick Groft.
Come on,
for
Sam.
the felony vandalism. The whole internet real mad at this guy. He was located on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. He is a hobo. And they said detectives located evidence linking him to the crimes.
He's a hobo with a chainsaw?
Yes, and he had the chainsaw still with him and his bike when he was caught, when they arrested him. He used the chainsaw to cut down numerous trees in areas of downtown L.A. and different parks around the area. They said somewhere, I don't know if I could find this, how long he was facing, like the charges he was facing, and it was pretty significant, actually.
I imagine per tree.
I guess so. Hang on. Let me see. ABC7 has this too. Chainsaw wielding man has been accused of cutting down the trees. 44-year-old. Oh, here's the thing. 44-year-old Samuel Patrick Groft has been taken into custody. He's charged with felony vandalism. His bond was set at $150,000, which I think is more than what the track and field stabbing kid had his reset to.
Oh, without a doubt.
Close to the same there. But yeah, his bond has been reset to $150,000.
Don't F with trees.
We'll have some more details on this as the show goes on and get you a look at him and all of that. But what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell you, son. What's coming up on the next episode? This weekend, what the hell? Okay, sure. We've got another childhood toy getting the silver screen treatment. The Tennessee Board of Parole has recommended that the governor pardons your favorite sponge cake filled with whipped cream. Plus, the fans voted for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominee of 2025, and the results are in. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast, and we're in for another hot and dry day across Central Florida. We really won't be seeing too many major changes to this pattern throughout the next several days. That means we're going to be dry all the way into much of next week. We only have a slim chance of rain by Monday. Otherwise, up until then, highs will be right around the upper 80s and low 90s, a high of 91 degrees today, approaching the mid 90s for this weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
It's Car Care Month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, underhood, and more. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 4th, 2025.
Roundup Dual Action products rock like a hardcore metal band. This stuff kills existing weeds down to the root, and for an encore, keeps them from coming back for up to 4 months. That's a non-stop 16-week tour of killing and preventing weeds in all the famous outdoor venues, the patio, the driveway, the mulch bed, even along the fence. When it comes to your hardscapes and landscapes, the stuff puts on a show. Roundup Dual Action products kill and prevent weeds for up to 4 months. This stuff rocks. This stuff works. When used as directed, always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Spring is here, the perfect season to give your aging roof the attention it deserves. Florida's highest rated roofer is here to help. Experience the Janney difference and save up to...
Skull Mike Squad. Skull Mike Squad. Hey, RFK Jr. says the American male teenager of today has less testosterone than a 60-year-old male. The American teenager of today has less testosterone than a 60-year-old male. Did he give an exact age? 68. The American male teenager has less testosterone than a 68-year-old male. Is that possible? So almost 70 and your testosterone levels are still higher than a American teenager? Are you using like a 13-year-old? Because a 13-year-old probably doesn't have a flood of testosterone yet. Whereas an 18-year-old, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you're flooded with testosterone. Running through your veins, baby. If not, where's it going? Where has the lost testosterone gone? Sing to the tune of Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? Big Digit says that's a good thing. Is it? Testosterone being down is a good thing? Why? I mean, normal levels of testosterone in men are very good. That's good. It's good to have normal levels of testosterone. High levels can be bad and make you more prone to be antisocial, make you more prone to be a criminal, etc., etc. But normal levels of testosterone are good. Why? Low levels of testosterone are bad. Ryan says, was this a study or is he just claiming it? That's what I'm going to try to find out. Sometimes people like RFK Jr. will say things and then you look into the study and it's like, one group of teens at a middle school, their tests showed in the Bay Area, California, where 7 of them identified as non-binary. And it's like, okay, is it true or what's being skewed here? All right, folks. Fritz is making his way into the studio. That means we'll do Fritz on the street in a bit. We'll talk to Fritz afterwards about what's happening with him in the show. And we'll have some fun along the way on a Wednesday. I hope my testosterone's at least where it's supposed to be. I hope it's still rocking. Maybe I need another test. Coming back.
to acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of acceptance insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll see what's going on in that world in a moment. Also, we got Fritz on the street on the way, and a bit of an announcement from Fritz. We'll chat with him about some things going on in Fritzland, which is a fun place to be, friends. If you've never been, Fritzland is always a good time. For now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Great job, Mr. Boner. Congratulations. You did it, son.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. What?
That was a mistake. I don't know.
Something happened, and while you were talking, there was money flying by your face for some reason. I don't know why.
Wait, I have a thing now?
I think I had a fat thumb going on there.
It was just money dropping by your face.
My face or C-Lane's face?
No, yours. Yeah.
I didn't know I had effects. What did I do?
I don't know how it happened.
Money. That mortgage guy, Don. Either way, he's going to have real money headed your way because he's going to help you save when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, expanding your business, maybe starting your very first business. But most importantly, you're working with someone who's looking out for you. So get the process started by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Celine, if you could please figure out how to get the money back.
Here's the thing. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. Just drops in the program feed.
Oh, someone sent you money.
No. There it is again. There it goes again. Yes. There's just money dropping.
Who's sending money? I think
nobody nobody's sending money.
Both of you said that so quickly. That means you're splitting the money that someone
There's
is sending.
no money that's being sent.
Sean, it's just easier.
You know, it was just
Sean and I are getting money.
Well, yeah. I'm aware. It was 40 years ago that there was a giant waste of money, and that was from this company right here. Listen carefully, please. Ready?
Coca-Cola.
Correct.
Wow, I don't remember this.
Always Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Keep
okay, I
going.
do remember it. Yeah.
Because I can't play the rest of that clip without getting flagged. In 1985, Coca-Cola announced it was changing the secret flavor formula for Coke and introduced New Coke.
Yeah, not a big hit.
People hated it. People hated New Coke so much that the company quickly pivoted and reintroduced Coca-Cola Classic, Triple C's. They dropped the word classic in 2009, and now we just have Coca-Cola. So that's the most interesting thing that's happened in entertainment today.
Nice.
As far as the latest, we do have You Voted. You put your votes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they said, we do this every year, and millions of you will vote, and it only counts for one person.
It's so brutal.
And also, we may not even induce them.
Induct.
Yeah, but in the like future tense, we're going to induct them.
Yeah, induct would be future.
I'm going to go with induce. We're not going to.
That's later.
They're not having a baby.
They might be having a baby. How do you know? Do you know the winner of the fan vote this year? Maybe they're pregnant.
I do, but I don't think any of them are pregnant.
Results of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan vote are in with 330,000 votes. The winner is Fish. Yeah. Everyone take some acid.
Is this a remix of a Fish song?
You bet your ass it is.
Which one?
I'd wait for it. Cavern.
Never heard of it in my life.
I couldn't, gun to my head, tell you any Fish songs.
I know a couple of them.
They're pretty chill. Go ahead, name it.
Rollin' Wagon is one that's very popular. I know Two Sheets to the Wind. I know Everlasting Love.
I know that Everlasting Love.
That's a different one.
That would be a cover.
That's Gloria Stefan.
No, they had a lot of good songs.
Bad Company came in second with 281,000 votes, followed by Billy Idol. Cyndi Lauper finished fourth with 237,000 votes. By the looks of these numbers, not a lot of people are voting these days.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Cocker, congratulations.
Oh, I love Joe Cocker.
Cock Dog, top 5 with 234,000. Rest of the top 10, Soundgarden, Chubby Checker, Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Joy Division / New Order. Fan vote doesn't have a ton of influence in who makes the hall. It only counts for a single ballot. But thank you to all those that took the time to vote this year.
It's almost like, why do it? Like, it's just more rude. It's more rude than not having a vote at all. Honestly.
Thanks to everybody who participated in our clickbait, trying to get those website hits.
Yeah.
Because I think the fans can vote like every day during the fan vote.
Multiple times?
Oh, I think once a day is your limit.
Why vote when you can just use your money? Put your money where your finger is that you would use to click a mouse to put the vote in. Ultra rare poster from the very first acid test that launched the Grateful Dead is being auctioned off.
Acid test?
That they're testing out the acid, and they did it so we could take it every day.
Are they testing the acid, or
I do not know.
Or do they take acid and then listen to Grateful Dead to test how they like it?
Inspired Grateful Dead.
Yeah, hold on. The first acid test refers to legendary 1965 party hosted by Ken Kesey and his Merry Pranksters.
Okay, that's fun.
So that's what it was.
So this poster, December 1965, simple crayon scrawled flyer, but also happens to mark the first time the band performed under the name Grateful Dead. As of this writing, which I'm hoping it's a little bit up, the current bid was almost $18,000. Right. If no one else bids, the poster will officially sell for almost $22,000, including the $4,375 buyer's premium that they gave to Heritage Auctions. The auction is currently happening. Good luck, my sweet trippers that are also very rich. And if you caught the big fight, WrestleMania 41.
So a lot of people talking about this.
Yeah, so much so it broke multiple WWE records. Viewership rising 114%. Body slam. Huh. But I also saw someone was really upset, or maybe it was I'm hoping not a past clip. Jake Paul was involved in this?
I didn't see him.
They invited him to do it?
He's been doing some wrestling stuff, and he was pretty impressive in the things that I saw. But I saw a Stone Cold got stuck
Austin
on his four-wheeler. He was supposed to do his entrance, and he missed his turn, and he got stuck on his four-wheeler.
He's still wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Gate attendance also for WrestleMania 41 set a record with 124,000 fans at both nights. Merchandise sales rose 45%. On-site and e-commerce revenue jumped 86%. So congratulations. Everyone's making monies, including C-Lane and Sean. But the graphics show up over my face.
You got none.
Son of a bitch. I can't do my bird song. I don't have enough time.
Yeah, you do. Do it. You got time right now.
I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because I want full attention and no rush. And I don't want us to be late.
There's
for Fritz
no
on the
rush.
Street.
You got plenty of time.
I promise you, it's
Please
just...
do it.
Tennessee board is recommending the pardon of whom? He's cute. He's giant. He is a former felon, or I guess currently a felon that's looking for...
Oh, I saw this. Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Congratulations, Jelly Roll, or at least if Governor Bill Lee gives the stamp of approval. But the Board of Parole did recommend a pardon for the country star. He's been very open about his criminal record, what has taken to overcome it. The board issued a non-binding recommendation unanimously after a hearing that lasted about an hour and 45 minutes with several witnesses, including the sheriff, Darren Hall, advocating for the 40-year-old musician, and one board member recused themselves from voting because they're not a fan of Jelly Roll. But we'll see if he gets the pardon. Also, what does that do at this point? If you get a pardon, he can now...
Just gets rid of his record. Maybe he can get his gun rights restored, possibly.
Oh, good. You don't think he has any
Not
guns?
sure.
Do you think he has any guns?
I don't know.
Do you have any guns?
It's none of your business.
Okay. I guess in that case, I'll give you the boob tube, gun owner.
Right.
Son, sweetheart.
Bam.
We have 1 hour, series finale, you guys, of The Connors on ABC.
Oh, I've been seeing the
More
ads
like
for this.
The Connors.
Damn. Nice. Okay.
Thank you. The Masked Singer on Fox. Third season finale of Celebrity Jeopardy. Series premiere of Battle Camp. We have Netflix reality stars compete in a sort of a summer camp survivor kind of thing for a chance at $250,000. And you can also catch Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. Do you think you can Chicago and save the last Chicago? Ben Affleck on Kimmel and you. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, fly you with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I'm looking at the Connors wiki, and because I remember when the first season started, it was so big. It came out
because
explosive.
they killed off Roseanne.
Well, no, in the first season they had Roseanne, and it was like MAGA family versus liberal family. That was kind of the thing that they were going with in the series, and it was like everybody's represented here. Some of the episodes are getting 10, 11, 12 million. The first season averaged 9.5 million viewers, which is pretty good. And now, as of this season, it's down. I think it's below 4 million now.
They did that weird live thing, right, during an election? I don't think it was presidential election, but...
They've done a couple of things to get attention over the years, but obviously they killed Roseanne off. And now they're going to end this whole thing around 4 million.
I thought the bitch was white.
The crazy thing about that is even though The Connors is ending at 4 million people on average an episode, that's still double what The Bachelor stuff has been getting.
That's still really good.
They announced the new Golden Bachelor also, by the way.
That's double what Survivor has been getting. These shows have all been tanking. I talked about Top Chef, which used to be so massive back in the day. Top Chef is now getting like 300,000 people per episode.
More of a bottom chef.
Really not going well over there. There's our friend Fritz. Hey, Fritz, how are you?
Hello.
Great to
There
see
he
you.
is. All right, we're doing Fritz on the Street. When we come back, you know how this works. Not only do we have
Ding, ding, ding.
some news from Fritz on the Way, we have Fritz on the Street. And in Fritz on the Street, we represent you. And if we win, you win. You get your hands on this, a very rare and hard to get FOTS Hitman Magnet right here for you. So get our attention on chat or on social media, and we'll pick one of you each. If we win, you win. That's coming up next on Fritz on the Street. On the news.
Join the Jim Colbert Show for Boozy Brunch, Sunday, May 4th. Details at realradio.fm/brunch.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408.
Let's go, Mike. Don't know why on earth I went to break like that. I don't know what came over me that I said, coming up next on Fritz on the Street. I meant coming up next on the News Junkie. Mr. Predicto, is Fritz taking over the show, and the show will be now just Fritz on the Street moving forward?
It is a certainty.
Damn. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for all of your years of support Thank you for showing up here each day, for dealing with the drama, for laughing along with us, for crying along with us, for navigating tough times, for all of it. Thank you so much. We literally couldn't have done it without you, but obviously you heard Mr. Predicto, so game over. Sorry. Rip me. Rip me, friend. Man Kicking says you're just spicing it up, that's all? What am I spicing up? What are you talking about? What am I spicing up? Huh? I'm waiting. What am I spicing up? I'm just being straight with you here. Sheon Watson? What is that username? Sheon Watson. That sounds like a very strange way to say my name. Sheon Watson. Let Fritz have his moment, please. Please? Mr. D. Van says Sean had that farewell speech locked and loaded. Buddy, any minute now, man. Pull the plug. That's why I need you to lock horns and subscribe on YouTube or Twitch. That's why I need you to get yourself a magnet. There's so many of them. And in fact, I can tell you right now, when you get like multiple magnets for gifting secret shows, I'm doing a thing where I try to give you 5 different magnets if you gift 5. So like it's like a little package basically. Just keep that in mind. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, click the gift icon to gift secret shows, uncensored secret shows, and lots of premium features on the website. Go check that out. Any gifted sub equals a gifted magnet. Any gifted sub is a gifted magnet if you want to get in on Game of Magnets. 5 of them, you get 5 unique ones while I can. Hello, Mr. Johnson. We need more snake shirts? Melissa said, I need that magnet. Pick me. Melissa, that is a hard to get magnet. I think the Fritz Hitman magnet, we only bought 100 of? I have to look. On the Game of Magnets page on thenewsjunkie.com, you could see it. There's only 100 or so, maybe 200 max. So now the stack is like less than an inch thick. There's not a lot of them. That's a rare one. 3 minutes. AJ says, Sean, you better be quick with saying your name during Fritz on the Street. You're so right. You're so right. I swear to God, like 9/10 of it is I'm looking at all the monitors and I'm making sure like the scoreboard is up. I'm making sure everything is working correctly. I'm making sure all the things are done right. And I forget that I'm in the middle of a game. Literally do that all the time. So I forget, like when I hear something, I go, oh, this is interesting. And then I forget to say, Sean, I need to get it on target. 2 minutes. Hang on. $90 seconds. Everybody get your last minute requests in. If you want somebody to pick you for Fritz on the Street, now's the time to do a little what we call begging. A little ringing of the cup with the coin in it. Myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane will each pick one of you. And if we win, you win. That is coming up next in just a moment here. I got a couple potential picks here. Sharkbite says explaining is failing. No, explaining is routine, and routine is important. That's the acoustic in me. Routine is important. Every great person has routines, rigid, structured routines that make them great. Sloppy people are not successful people. So don't forget, last minute. This is your chance to get us to pick you, because Fritz on the Street is coming up in just a moment. Here we go.
Yeet.
Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Make no payments till next year. Now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
all of radio. Coming up just moments from now on the show. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate you. The three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. You can learn more about the show on thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right. Now it's time to get into it.
Oh, God.
We got to pick our people who are representing. We got to get all set up for Fritz on the Street. So first things first, I will be representing in Fritz on the Street Brigsby on YouTube is who I will be representing. What about you, Sabrina?
I just looked, and Sport Johnson.
All right.
Who has a very interesting profile picture on Instagram.
Johnson. And what about you, C-Lane?
I will be representing Tom C on Instagram. Tom C from IG.
Tom C from IG. That gets us all ready to go. Oh, he's showing a little skin in that profile
and
photo.
Also shaved belly hair.
There you go, buddy. All right.
Good luck.
Now the biggest question on planet Earth right now. Fritz, are you ready?
I am.
All right. Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, Fritz.
Fritzy boy. Yeah. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. That's 1-800-CALL-MO. 1-800-CALL-MO. In first place with 110 points, that would be Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Hola.
In second place with 107 points, 3 points removed, would be Mr. Christopher Lane. And in third place, 8 points behind Sabrina with 102 points, Mr. Sean Wasson. So 110, 107, 102. I go to the bar, so you don't have to, and I ask 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. You have to guess out of 8 how many got it right. Simple as that.
How was the bar?
It was good. It was packed again. We had 8 teams.
Over at
and we had
Cavo's.
9 participants, at Cavo's Bar and Kitchen. I have my trivia night each Tuesday night. Fritz's Funhouse. Come on out. Have fun.
All right.
So if you guys are ready. Kinda?
I think so. We're ready.
Should we say our prayer?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's all pray.
Amen.
All right, question number 1 goes like this. At the age of 88, which world leader passed away
Sabrina.
on Sabrina?
That would be Pope Francis.
That is correct. The
World
Pope.
leader. Interesting.
At the age of 88, which world leader passed away on Monday? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the Pope?
I will go with 8.
8.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
I'll take 6.
And 6 for Sean. Question number 1 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
Someone knows they're Catholics. At the age of 88, which world leader passed away?
Pope Francis.
Pope Francis. The Pope.
The Pope. Pope Francis.
The Pope. The Pope. Pope.
That would be 8.
Let's go.
So Sabrina drills a 3-pointer to start the game, and C-Lane with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point. On to question 2 now, because that comes after 1.
Yes.
What do you need 2 of to play double dutch?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
That is jump ropes.
That is correct.
Hot damn.
Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said jump ropes?
I'm going to go with 8.
8.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question 2
7.
with answers of 7 and 8.
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Someone knows it. Who could it be? What do you need 2 of to play double dutch?
2 jump ropes.
2 decks of cards.
Oh my jump ropes.
Jump ropes.
Jump rope.
I'm going to go with jump rope.
Jump ropes.
Jump ropes.
That would be 7. So Sean and C-Lane each picking up 2 points, and Sabrina with your guess of 8 picking up 1 point. Question 3 now on the docket. Question 3. Recently, at least 20 were killed when gunmen opened fire on tourists in which South Asian country?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Are you guys going to play? That'd be Thailand.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Vietnam.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean.
Can I hear the question again, please?
You know you can, my man. Recently, at least 20 were killed when gunmen opened fire on tourists in which South Asian country?
Indonesia.
That would be Kashmir/India. Either of those, Kashmir region of India. It's India administered.
I thought it was India, but I didn't think they were South Asia. Son of a bitch.
It's about as south as you can get, buddy.
Yeah, it's down there.
I don't know my maps.
Let's see. Sabrina, you got question 2, right? We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Kashmir, India?
They had to say the whole thing?
No, they can say India or Kashmir.
I will go with 4. No, I will go with 3.
3.
2.
2 for Sean.
3.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 3 with answers of 2 and 3. What do you need? Nope. That was question 2.
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Someone's picking up 2 points. Recently, at least 20 were killed when gunmen opened fire on tourists in which South Asian country?
I didn't hear about that one.
India.
Kashmir.
Pass. Pass.
Thailand.
Philippines.
India.
That would be 3. So Sabrina and C-Lane picking up 2 points, and Sean, with your guess of 2, picking up 1 point.
Awful tragedy, though.
Question 4 is now at the halfway point. After question 4, I'll tell you who is leading so far on Fritz on the Street. Question 4. In hours, how long is the Le Mans endurance motor race?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
That would be a cool 74 hours.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean.
24?
24 is correct.
All right.
Oh.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said 1 full day, 24 hours? That's a lot of racing.
5.
5 for Sean.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 2, 5, and 6.
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Someone knows they're racing. Race cars. In hours, how long is the Le Mans endurance motor race?
24 hours.
28.
24 hours.
Do you have any pop culture trivia? 24.
24?
A whole bunch. 24.
24 hours.
That's 6. So Sabrina is picking up 2 points, and Sean, with your guess of 5, picking up 1 point. That means after 4, with 4 remaining in first place, 9 points. Sabrina / Sport Johnson. Then we have a tie for second and third, 5 points each. C-Lane / Tom C. and Sean / Brigsby. All right.
Silence.
Going on over to question 5. We only have 4 left.
Okay.
Over the weekend, a large U.S. bombing campaign killed over 50 in which Middle Eastern country? Sean.
Yemen?
Yemen is correct.
Whoa.
Okay, thank God.
Yemen. Sean, thank you. And
A lot of death in this Fritz on the street. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, Fritz on the street is a bunch of the questions are about the news, and sometimes the news is tough stuff.
Yeah,
No, I hear
sometimes
you.
it sucks.
Just worth mentioning.
Yeah.
A lot of death.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Yemen?
I think 3.
3.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 2 and 3. You've been perfect so far. Let's see. Does the streak continue?
Over the weekend, a large U.S. bombing campaign killed over 50 in which Middle Eastern country?
Yemen? Yemen?
Pakistan, Israel, Afghanistan,
Yemen? Yemen.
Yemen.
Damn
That would
it.
be 5.
Yemen.
So no points awarded on that one. Question 6, upcoming. What does the T stand for in the name of Star Trek's Captain James T. Kirk?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
That would be Thomas.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Sean.
Go ahead,
Theodore.
Sean.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Tyronius.
Oh, you're very close. Tiberius.
Tiberius. Damn it. I knew it was something
wacky. Yeah, something crazy. Sean, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Tiberius?
Fritz, I'm going to go with, and I'm guaranteeing this one.
That's heavy.
3.
3.
3.
I'm going to go with 1.
1 for C-Lane.
Tiberius. They sounded sober, I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm sober, and I only got Tyronius.
Yeah, but how nerdy are they? I'm gonna go with 4.
4 for Sabrina.
I regret.
Question 6 with answers of 1, 3, and 4. Let's see if we had any Trekkies.
What does the T stand for in the name of Star Trek's Captain James T. Kirk?
Tibidor. Tiberius. Pass.
Tyron,
Thomas. Tiberius.
Tobias, Beanie Up Biscotti.
That would be 2.
Come on.
So, nope, not everyone was sober. C-Lane and Sean with the guesses of 1 and 3, each picking up 1 point on that one.
All right.
Question 7, 2 remaining now. Question 7, which Trump administration cabinet member?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Hegseth.
Hegseth is correct.
All right.
Which Trump administration cabinet member is alleged to have shared sensitive information on a second Signal chat? C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Pete Hegseth?
Let's go 6.
6.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
Which Trump administration
What
cabinet
happened?
member is alleged to have shared sensitive information on a second Signal chat?
The really skanky lady that's got the blonde hair.
J.D. Vance.
Pete Hegseth.
Pete Hegseth. Oh, is it RFK?
No answer.
I forgot his name. Pass.
Hegseth.
That would be 3.
Wow.
So Sean with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Game has changed.
1 question remaining. Question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 9 points, Sabrina / Sport Johnson. In second place with 8 points, Sean / Brigsby. And in third place with 7 points, C-Lane / Tom C. Question 8.
Money.
It's always about a capital. What is the capital of Poland?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Krakow.
That is incorrect.
One more time.
What is the capital of
Slower.
Poland? Poland.
Sean.
Sean.
I know this, but I can't think of it right now.
Same.
Poland.
Don't look at your laptop or the chat.
Damn it. I'm going to know it immediately. Pass.
No.
All right, Sabrina.
No.
What is the capital of Poland?
Why did you say no?
Because I thought he was going to wait a little bit more.
Why do you need more time?
I don't have anything up. You could see right here. I just need time to think of places in Poland, and that would be Deutschville.
Deutschville.
Come on,
is correct.
That would be Warsaw.
So close.
Where's Krakow?
It's also in Poland.
Oh, okay, so I was in the right country.
C-Lane, you got question 7 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Warsaw?
5.
5. 3. 3 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 3 and 5. Let's see.
Ding, ding.
And what is the capital of Poland?
Warsaw.
Warsaw.
Warsaw.
Okay.
Krakow.
Krakow.
Thank
Warsaw.
I don't know.
Krakow?
That would be 4. So Sabrina and Sean with the guesses of 3, each picking up 1 point, and that means it looks like this.
And I got a point for 5.
Yes, you do. You get 1 point. You also get 1
baby.
point.
Oh, baby.
That means in first place we have a 3-way tie, 9 points each.
It's first and
Sabrina
last 3-way?
/ Sport Johnson in first place, C-Lane / Tom C in first place, and Sean / Brigsby in first place. Congratulations. Do you have that many magnets?
Yeah, we can make that happen.
He has to. One of them has to
We
be
have a
colored.
3-way tie?
Yeah, 3-way tie.
I did something wrong here.
I don't know if we have a 3-way tie.
Or maybe I did something wrong. But you're all winners in my book.
Okay.
In first place, and still leading with 119 points, Sabrina Ambra. In second place with 116 points, Christopher Lane. And in third place with 111 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the straight.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thanks, Fritzy.
Thank you, Darcy. I left all the answers at home. She had to email them to me.
Sweet lady.
Oh, look at that. Okay, last minute saved by her. Look at that. Okay, a couple of things. Number 1, first of all, follow Fritz. Follow him online.
About to say me? Follow me?
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say Mr. Fritz, and then I was going to say, why am I saying Mr. Fritz? But follow Fritz on thenewsjunkie.com/share. You'll see all of his different social media platforms over there. Fritz, you going to hang out with us today?
I would love to. By the way, yes, C-Lane, you got 8 points. So new totals 119, 115, 111.
Okay.
So who won this round?
Everyone but C-Lane.
Okay, so that means Brisby and Sport Johnson. Brisby and Sport Johnson, email tips@thenewsjunkie.com with your address. We'll get you all set up with those magnets.
Sorry, Chris.
When we come back, we'll talk with Fritz about some things going on in his world, his life.
He's
and we'll get to what's going on there. And also, we'll hear from you. We got a bunch of feedback all kicked up and ready to go. We got a man who's in big trouble. We got a lot of things to talk about. An update on the Shannon Sharpe drama. Somebody said you have to see this meltdown at a council meeting, and we got that as well. We'll play it for you. And so coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, who do you want choosing your kid's school curriculum? Politicians or school board members? Plus, the government wants to pay you not to use Google. We'll do Animal House and talk to Scott Maxwell. Tons of great prizes for trivia. At 6, we'll talk to our buddy Ross Padgett. Plus, 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 and your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully.
Let's go back. All right, some announcements with Fritz coming up next. The future of Fritz. The future of Fritz on the show. We'll discuss in just a moment. And a bunch of other things that we need to go through. But I'm putting together today, I learned that I need a band name. Your favorite band. Just put the name of your band in the chat message. Your favorite band. I'm going to pick one of them. Hello? What are you doing? Hi, how was your run? Hello? Hello? How was your run?
Fine.
Oh, okay, what's going on? Do you want me to mute the microphone? Are you upset?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
See you later. That's all you got? Thank you. 3 Dortneys against me. Metallica? No. NWA? Ice Panda? No. No, I need it. Today I learned band. Who could we do? All right, I'll think of one in a moment. Bad Religion, Marilyn Manson, Journey. Bad Religion? Okay, it's usually the same Bad Religion today I learn every time, but maybe we might be able to work that in. All right, Fritz will have some stuff to say when we come back. We're going to do that next. Mr. Predicto, is the Fritz news going to be bad? Will it be bad?
Without hesitation, yes.
Oh, God. Jesus. He sounded really sure. Predicto sounded really sure about that. This makes me very angry. Should I ask again? Confirmation ask. Is it going to be bad news from Fritz, Mr. Predicto?
The signs say no.
No, it is. No, it is, Mr. Predicto. I'm telling you. It says it in the title of the stream, for God's sake. Save Ferris. Quiet Riot. Nobody will get Quiet Riot. That's the problem with that. If I put it out there, nobody will get it. All right, folks. Coming back in just a moment here. Cargo says, final guesses for Fritz. He's sick, he's moving, or announcing he is that bitch. He's sick, he's moving, or announcing he is that bitch. No. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Unfortunately. Well, I don't want him to be any of those things. That bitch would be fine. He could be that bitch. Just to correct the record. He's going on tour with Beyonce? No. He's nominated for an Oscar? Guys, it literally says, Fritz has bad news. Frowny face. Fritz has bad news, frowny face. Austin, it's just ridiculous. Austin, you should feel bad about that. Not for like religious reasons, but just for joke reasons. Joke reasons alone. Feral Kitten says, yeah, but bad news could also have good news attached. Man, you guys are like glass half full today. Okay, we're coming back. We'll work our way through this and see what's happening. Just a moment from now.
Egg today.
Here's
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
This is going to be an episode you can't miss. Deepak Chopra drops some mind-blowing wisdom on Purpose with Jay Shetty. And I got to be honest, it might change the way you think. Plus, Julianne Hough spills iconic advice she got from the one and only Dolly Parton on Post Run High. Plus, Clay Matthews joins Lots to Say, and he's got a lot to say about beekeeping. Yeah, you heard that right.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
if you would.
Welcome.
And you can learn more about the radio show, podcast, live stream, everything that we do here at The News Junkie on the website, which you might imagine will be thenewsjunkie.com. To your dispatches here momentarily. Our friend Fritz is hanging out with us today. And we love Fritz. We appreciate Fritz. Fritz has been on this show for a long time. I mean,
Station for years as well.
Yeah. How long have you been coming on the show? Since the beginning, or was it a little ways after the beginning, Fritz?
I started, I want to say 2016 on Real Radio, but I think I started coming on your show 2018.
Yeah,
that's about right.
You were downstairs, I remember, and you listened to the show, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then it came to a contest we had in our early years in which we had people bid for something, and then they got jingles.
Okay.
And that is when I teamed up with Fritz, and we made jingles for this company that...
Oh, okay. I remember that. Yeah, a long time on the show. Yeah.
And
I do remember that.
Just Okay happened, and I think shortly after that, we started Fritz on the Street.
Yeah. We've been doing this for a while, and we love Fritz. He's the best, and not always. We're not always full of good news, I guess, over here. But there's been some stuff that Fritz has been dealing with behind the scenes. I don't know how you want to handle this, Fritz, but what would you want to say here?
Oh, what do I want to say?
You need a music bed.
No, I don't think
How many four-letter words do you want to include?
I want to.
Wait, you have two until the dump
That's a good point. What that you can say with the license and all that stuff in question.
So I've been with iHeart since 2011, and a month ago they let us know that they would be moving the department that I work for currently overseas. They're going to be outsourcing it to the Philippines.
Ooh.
So I basically had about a month and a half to figure out, they're like, if you stay with us, we'll give you a bonus and severance. But obviously, you're free to look elsewhere. So for about a month and a half, I've been
Is it severance
applying.
on DVD or like actual money?
No, I think it's money. But, now I have to ask. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. So for about a month and a half, I've been looking at, different avenues, and it sucks because I want to stay in radio. And that means obviously if I go somewhere else and, they don't give me an hour lunch break on Wednesdays, I can't do Fritz on the Street.
I know. That's the most brutal part to me. For you, I just want everything to work out. And I want you to be happy, but iHeart in all of its wisdom is saying, bye to Fritz for now. Who the hell knows? I mean, I don't know. There's people that have worked for this company 8 billion times, but
there's that, yeah. And they're cool with it, like they weren't dicks, which is good. Besides letting me go for the second time, but they were communicative. They had that channel open. If you do want to leave, just let us know. But for the most part, my entire team is staying on, and we're training these people now. It's crazy. They have to clock out for a dinner break instead of lunch break, and then they go right back to work. Which,
in the Philippines.
Imagine that, yeah.
So you got to train your people that are coming to take over? That's, God.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good of you to do that.
Hey, all right, thanks.
Team player.
That is a lot to ask of an employee. Hey, we're done with you, but we'd like you to do this. So that is you being the bigger person, I would think, there than the suits.
Do you have to train them to do it well?
Well, you see, that's another quandary that I find myself in. I'm like, all right, look, from now on, do this, and then I'm like, but I don't know, you know what, or don't. Who cares? You know, it's like it doesn't bother me. You're gonna figure it out.
Such a strange position to be put in.
It's very
weird.
strange.
So,
and now the bottom line is, Fritz is leaving iHeart.
And now, you know, it was funny on Monday. So my last day is the 29th. On Monday, they're like, wait a minute, are you still doing programming stuff? And I go, yes. So they waited until the last minute to go, oh, well, you still want to do programming like on Saturdays, right, with Homelands Radio? And I go, for extra money, yes. I would really appreciate that.
Don't have a job.
Then that became an email chain of, well, should we terminate him, or because that's gonna lock him from the building?
You're CC'd and all of that.
Yeah. And it's like, no, we should make him seasonal. That way he can still access the building. And I'm like, you guys had a month and a half to figure this out.
Wait, so we have a seasonal?
Part-time seasonal, yeah, which I didn't know about either.
They're dressed as leaves around the full time.
The twist that's happening here is hopefully they figure something out.
Right.
Obviously, is what we want to figure out. But if they don't, this may be the last Fritz on the street because...
Well, next Wednesday, I'm taking the day off. Yeah, so that might be the last one.
Yeah.
This one that we just did?
Next one.
Oh.
Yeah, the next one. Well, so you will be in next Wednesday, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so next Wednesday, Fritz will be in, but that may well be the last one unless they sort all this out, which obviously we hope that they do, because if you are... an employee that's been let go, they literally don't let you in the building.
Yep.
They won't let you in the building.
We're trying to figure some stuff out.
And they're weird and annoying about all of that stuff. Now, ideally, we sort all of these things out, but who the hell knows with iHeartRadio? I'm hopeful, and Fritz, you are invaluable in every possible way, not just to this show, not just to the station, but I think to talk radio in general. I think you're a very, very talented guy.
Well, thank you.
And a wonderful friend.
We'll do anything we can. And obviously, if you want 3 glowing references on your resume, we're your people.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
This guy doesn't get anything done on Wednesdays.
When's the last time you wrote a recommendation letter, Sean?
I don't think I ever have. Yeah. No, but I absolutely would for Fritz. I would do that because he's been coming in and doing the show, because I think Fritz is a good person and a good worker.
You know,
that's why I would write it.
You know what is enlightening about this entire thing? When people ask, they're like, well, you know, there is a position open, but, you know, it only pays this much. I go, wow, that's double what I'm getting paid now. So hopefully wherever I go, I'm going to end up making more money, because that was an eye-opener.
I hope so, too. Well, if the job that Fritz gets somehow is a miracle job that lets him come in on Wednesdays, then things will continue along. If not, we just don't know. We don't know.
When it comes to the recommendation stuff, though, just let us know. And so when we say absolutely hire this person, but I want to be clear, Wednesdays at 1 p.m., we do need him for an hour.
Well, we'll give him a shout out too, right? We can do that. We'll say, hey, thanks to Apple for making Fritz head of all music programming. We appreciate you for allowing him to come in on Wednesday.
Tell you what, you're an asset, man. And it's very clear in all the things you've done for over a decade, dare I say 2. And, I mean, even more so, he just won an award, Best Composition for a Movie. The first time you've ever done it, that says a lot. And I think that it's unfortunate we have to be in this part here, but I hope that it turns out that you can still be with us the entire time.
That's the game plan.
Yeah,
hopefully.
the thing that sucks is sometimes in radio, it's just sayonara off to the races, and they don't even let you say goodbye or anything.
Well, not us. I mean, they tell Fritz, Fritz, you got another month and a half. And then us, it would be like, you were fired yesterday.
Yeah, this is your last shift.
Yeah.
They
would
collect
say,
your stuff in the office, but they took the office away a couple of years ago.
Meet us immediately after the show. We've got a really important meeting for you. And at which point they'd say, the really important thing you need to know is that you are not doing the show anymore. See you later, everybody. That's the kind of way that ends up, because iHeartRadio and all their glory and wisdom, the suits around here are the smartest of the smart. They really do be making the best decisions.
And thank you for listening. Please do what you need to do.
The most brutal part of it is when I ran against the suits, most of the suits listened to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, number one, suits, hello, how are you? Appreciate you on some level. But number two, I think we can do better. I think we can do better than this.
Fritz on the show and the street.
Fritz, yeah, hell yeah, that would be the best solution to all of this. My God, if they
I could just broadcast from the street,
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun. We just need antenna for something like that?
Okay, if we could get like a Fritz mobile, like the Pope mobile, with a big broadcast thing.
We have that at least for a little bit until they
no
find
one's
the new
using
Pope.
it right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could do this. Like, I don't know,
mobile.
Fritz, if you were in radio, but back in the day, we used to have these, they used to send out these vans to all the live remotes, and they would crank this radio
Generator,
tower up on top of the van, and then it would connect to a satellite. Now
you can get DirecTV on it.
You could just be cruising along with like a mobile 5G thing and be out there anywhere doing the show.
As long as you're cool with the government getting that chip in your head.
I remember when C-Lane did a dispatch, he was in an Uber or something, and then it was a weekend, the Real Music Weekends. And
yeah, I did a couple of those.
I was like, geez.
Just in one Uber.
It's right in the phone.
Well, are you entertaining any offers in case people are listening out there that might be looking for somebody like you?
Every single one, yes.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans is not one of them, unfortunately.
You have great arms. I feel like this could be a
lean into it.
Yeah.
Thing for you.
Fritz, so people know, what kind of things would you be interested in, and how can people get a hold of you if they have some kind of opportunity out there?
I guess just Instagram or Facebook. Just reach out to me and let me know.
What do you like to do?
I like long walks on the beach. I like smooth jazz.
For work.
Oh, for work?
Long walks on the beach and smooth jazz.
I mean, I'll do anything clerical, data entry. I'll be a gopher, whatever you need. I want to be a team player.
Also a production god. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, that doesn't pay though.
Oh, it will.
It really should, though, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you would think.
Also stunt work, I believe.
I'm not union.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can't put his body on the line right now. He can't be doing that.
Those arms,
Darcy's not going to like that. Darcy's not going to support him being a stuntman, I don't think.
I don't think. Well, maybe she will.
It's a little dangerous. But
it is very dangerous.
All the gigs you might have, hit him up, and make sure you're following Fritz. Now's the time to do it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. thenewsjunkie.com/share. Scroll down to Fritz, and you'll see all the platforms where you can follow him. Show him some love, if you don't mind, and wish him luck. And hopefully we get a big home run out of this, and Fritz is hanging out with us every single possible day that we can get him in the future, because that's what I want.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, we are going to take a quick
you do
break.
have to leave now, though.
I'll take all my stuff.
Do not leave, please.
He's leaving with the camera. See you later. No. Fritz will be with us for the show here. So when we come back, we'll talk about, we got jury duty coming up in just a bit here on the show. We got to get to this. C-Lane, that clip's all ready to go, right? That this person had emailed about. I want to do that next. This is like, I guess there was a council meeting and things got a little heated.
Ooh.
And somebody dropped some bombs, and this hasn't really made the rounds yet. So we'll dive into this. We'll play the clip for you. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Thrivent.
The Magic look to even their first-round playoff set tonight in Boston. Orlando's down 0-1 to the Celtics after a convincing loss this past weekend. One of the nation's top corner recruits has Florida among his finalists. 4-star Chauncey Cannon is also considering Florida State, Miami, and LSU. And former NFL player Mel Owens is the new Bachelor for ABC's The Golden Bachelor. He played 9 years in the NFL. I'm Scott Davidson.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-973-9819. And you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9819. Call
Folks, Skull Mike Squad, make sure you are taking a moment of your time. If all of you could do this, it would be a really nice, helpful thing. And go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Somebody spam that link in chat, thenewsjunkie.com/share. Spam that out there and go over everybody. It just takes a second of your day. Doesn't take any, it doesn't cost any money or anything like that. But just go over there and give Fritz a follow to show him some love. The toughest thing here is, Fritz finds a job that works perfect for him. That is awesome. And that is like really, really, really great for all involved. But it's tough to find a job that also lets you get out on a Wednesday and you take part in things like Fritz on the Street and, being on the show. Just sometimes a lot to ask. I'm praying to all the gods. Praying to all the gods. There's the link. Hit it, please. Hit that link and go follow Fritz. Hit that link in chat and go follow Fritz on the platforms that are listed on thenewsjunkie.com/share. Coming back with jury duty in just a moment. Some really interesting stories here, so don't miss it.
Changing.
All about the presets.
That is the best new feature. It's like a car radio right on the app. There's a list of what's trending. There's all the podcasts. I love it.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
The following heartwarming yet informative scene is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Son, your grandpa and I used to work on this car together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it.
Wow. Thanks, Dad. Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy. Designed by attorneys, but customized by you, you can easily create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. Now, let's let the engine do the talking, am I right? Start your will at trustandwill.com. Use offer code COUNT for 20% off and make it count. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. For details, see trustandwill.com.
We're back in the miller's yard who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at truegreen.com. Exclusions apply. See truegreen.com for details.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Broadcasting live from the world's most dysfunctional think tank. This is the news.
check in on. We'll see what happens there. Don't forget, follow our friend Fritz. Well, you got a moment of your time. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Before jury duty, one email real quick. This is from Jeffrey and Christine, a duo email. All right. Dear crew, my wife Christine and I are the two best friends you three never knew you had. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you for that. I've been listening since day one, and my wife, who swore she would never listen to talk radio and did not understand how I could, has been listening every day with me for over 7 years. That's awesome. We've evolved from radio listeners to iHeart podcast listeners, and now we catch the stream on YouTube. We start the stream together after work, and we finish it the next morning as we both get ready for work. Hands down, the best way to catch the show is on YouTube, he says. We used to have to wait and check See It Now for some of the stories, photos, and videos. No more. We're watching along with you, says Jeffrey and Christine. That's very sweet.
Is that a shared email, or they just said that we both?
No, this is his email, but they both kind of just signed on to it. There you go. It says, don't get me started on Skull Mike, the realest Sean we get. Insights into stories, chats with Courtney. They call her Dortney over there. It's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I thought I saw that in the chat, and I didn't quite know.
Yeah, Dortney is her name on the Skull Mike side. The best part of watching the YouTube stream is when Lady runs in. Love the show. We're coming to the roast. Cheers, they say. Well, thank you, and thank you for the kind words. That's what we're fishing for here always. We're always fishing for the people who go, talk radio. When they hear talk radio, you or your friends, when you hear talk radio, you probably still think of politics. You think of AM radio. You think of like the Rush Limbaugh type stuff, railing against whatever the political thing is. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe,
definitely
maybe
coast to coast.
The late night stuff with Coast to Coast and Alien Stories. All of those things. But when you think of talk radio, it's tough to think of something like this show, which is different. People, when you hear the word podcast, well, that opens your brain in a different way. You're going to listen to something without any music and just talking?
It's just two guys talking. It's great.
And now we have something over here that we do, which I hope will bring more people into the format, right? So thank you. We appreciate you being around, and thank you for listening and watching the show. Now it's time to get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Nice guy.
Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 1-800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, there is a lot out there in terms of noise from attorneys. They'll all scream at you. They got their billboards everywhere.
I'm an attorney.
Listen to the guy who hangs out with us, who you've heard over the years on the show, who will treat you right. He knows that people like you are in need after an accident, so call 800-CALL-MO. Let's see here. What do we got? A man in New York, to our New York friends. This guy's actually from Long Island, New York.
All right.
He got busted. He got busted for driving with a suspended license yesterday.
Ooh.
Okay, and that's not enough to get him on this show. We all know that. Walter Castillo Ochoa, 45 years old, got pulled over, did not have a valid sticker on his 2010 Toyota, and they said this guy is driving on a suspended license. This is not his first time driving on a suspended license.
What did Walter do?
This man has been cited 74 times for driving with a suspended license.
Okay, call me crazy. He never got the license back, just kept going.
Yeah, at this point, I'm starting to wonder if he ever had one.
He's willy-nilly on this one. He's just out there doing his thing. He has had his license suspended 74 times. He was arrested and charged with aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. I didn't know you could get aggravated on that level, but they did. Aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle, and he finds himself in some trouble.
It's always funny to me when you see those courtroom videos of the judge asking if the defendant drove themselves to the courtroom, and they're like, yes, and they're like, you have a suspended license.
Especially when they're doing the Zoom call from the driver's seat of the car.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just... They're not that smart.
No,
they are.
I mean,
just
you
not
have the
that
option
smart.
to blur the background. You could be on the beach.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them where you are. You just say like, you can lie, but sometimes people just trip themselves up.
Perjury.
Over on ABC News, the city of Uvalde has reached a settlement with families of the school shooting that happened at Uvalde.
What? How
Robb
long
Elementary
ago was
School.
that now?
That was back in 2022, May of 2022. Took the lives of 2 teachers and 19 students. And it's not public how much money they got in this lawsuit, but I can say with all the confidence in the world that it's not enough, all right? That's what they didn't get. Not enough, no matter what they got. If all of these parents were given $20 million, I'm pretty sure they'd rather have their kids back. And it was one of the biggest embarrassments in terms of the responses to emergencies at school.
Is such a weird word as well, because embarrassed thinks like, okay, I'll make sure not to do that again, but their lives lost. Like, it's a tragedy. And is there something worse than embarrassment? Like, take away everything.
Disgrace?
Disgrace is a perfect word for it.
There's a couple Greek words for it.
The toughest thing is when you do something cowardly, even if you're a police officer, and this is incredibly cowardly. When you do something cowardly, it's not always illegal. And I don't know if it should be. Sometimes it seems like it. It seems like a person with a gun whose job is to protect kids, not going in and protecting kids from a bad guy with a gun. Is a criminal thing. That feels criminal to me.
Because you find one guy with a gun and all of a sudden there's 6 cops around that person shooting them to death, unloading. But when it comes to a situation like this, the cops were hiding?
They were just waiting
Taking
in the
their
hallway. Yeah, they were taking their sweet-ass time. They had a settlement that was reached and approved by unanimous vote at a council meeting in Uvalde, Texas. And that all happened while a jury convicted Lori Vallow Daybell. Say it ain't so. When you represent yourself, it doesn't always work out, does it? That's not always a good strategy.
What happened?
Is it over already? It was so many objections. If you drank every time they said objection, you would be blacked out within the first hour.
Or dead.
She had no idea what she was doing representing herself. And an Arizona jury says that she did indeed conspire to kill Charles Vallow, her 4th husband, who was fatally shot in 2019. It's a weird story if you don't know. It's about Lori Vallow and a guy named Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell and her were involved in some sort of end-of-the-world type stuff. And they were...
What's their nickname? Isn't it Doomsday Parents or something like that?
Yeah, the Doomsday Parents was thrown around a little bit. But they were... We knew something was up immediately when we saw this story because their kids were missing for a long period of time, and they were in Hawaii.
Yep.
And he said, well, that doesn't make sense. Your kids are missing. What are you doing all the way over in Hawaii right now?
Her representing herself was wild.
Yeah, she had some moments in court.
I'd be curious to know what the actual win rate is of people representing themselves. Like if there's a way to quantify that. Like
ChatGPT?
I would say they're probably 75% higher in Hollywood movies.
Yeah, probably. Let me see here. What is the win rate, the success rate for people who represent themselves in court proceedings? CTNJAI, what it comes up with on this.
That all of those movies, by the way, that have the defendant represent themselves. All I've got is time, man, and just shows them with huge books.
Oh, I'm getting so many things here.
It sounds exciting, but the fact is, it's just usually a bad
win
strategy.
Rate for individuals representing themselves in court, known as pro se litigants, can vary widely depending on the type of case, jurisdiction, and complexity of the legal issues involved.
All right.
Generally, studies indicate that pro se litigants have significantly lower success rates compared to those represented by attorneys.
Yeah,
In family law cases, for example, success rates for pro se litigants can be around 10 to 20%.
10 to 20% in family law.
Yeah, they say small claims is less, or 50% or higher, but as far as criminal court, rarely advisable to go. They won't even give a percentage.
Don't do it. Not a good idea. And finally, for now, a Florida teen is in trouble. He's accused of poisoning his adoptive mother.
Oh,
not very nice. No. Well, let's see what they say about this.
In Volusia County, a teen was arrested accused of trying to poison his own grandmother with bleach.
He put Clorox in the milk. I think I just had a little bit because I tasted it.
Okay.
He was hiding in. Well, deputies say the grandma called 911 on her 17-year-old grandson Saturday. She told deputies the teen put bleach into her milk and she drank some of it.
What the hell, man?
How weird, dude.
I know. He says milk.
Milk. M-I-L-K, not M-E-L-K. But he was arrested for poisoning his adoptive mother's gallon of milk with bleach. Now he's got me saying things weird. Bleach, according to Volusia County Sheriff's officers. The woman said she bought the milk for herself and suspected something had happened to it due to their recent fighting. She didn't report any immediate symptoms, but sought a medical evaluation. The son admitted that was the case, I believe, or at least, he's in trouble for it now. So there you go. All right, when we come back, we got to get to this audio that Celine has us all set up with from a meeting. They had this meeting that went down. County meeting is going on, and some sparks were flying at this thing. What was said? We're going to play that for you. It is indeed coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
If you're looking to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy, Dom, will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today. Most importantly, work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-973-9819. And you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9819. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9819 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-9819.
Joe Rossi from Greenway Kia here. Tariffs are hitting the auto industry hard, but we're ready. We loaded up on brand new Kias across all 3 locations. Right now, they're in stock and tariff-free, with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. Plus, take $3,000 off any new 2025 Kia Sportage. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Stock number SG292557. MSRP $30,840. Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down. $13.88 per thousand borrowed for 72 months at 0% APR financing. Plus tax title license. $8.99 dealer. $249.50 doc fee. Expires 5/5/25.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
To everyone who believes big flavor makes life better, we've got something special waiting for you at Culver's.
That's right. We're bringing back a flavor-packed fan favorite that's sure to put a smile on your face. The Colby Jack Pub Burger is here with a crave-worthy combo of fresh beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo, all stacked on an everything bun. And we're not stopping there. We're also introducing something totally new. Concrete mixers and lemon ice coolers made with fruity Skittles Popped. This limited time Skittles Popped mix-in can be blended into our creamy, fresh frozen custard or slow frozen lemonade for a colorful crunch that makes every moment a little sweeter. So how soon can you get here? Because these bold bites won't be around forever. And trust us, you don't want to miss them.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
This is an ad for Roundup for Lawns. It kills weeds down to the root without harming your lawn. It works on crabgrass, dandelions, clover. It works on weeds with names you can't even pronounce. It's Roundup for Lawns. When used as directed, always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio, 104.1.
3 best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Latest Secret Show subscriber, thank you for being you. This is actually from a couple days back, but I wanted to make mention. So thank you for subscribing to Secret Shows. Learn more about the uncensored Secret Shows each week on thenewsjunkie.com. Bunch of emails to get to here. Honest to God, lots of feedback coming in. But one I wanted to start with, and they sent a video along with this.
Ooh.
Celine's got this censored up because I think it's... I don't know if there's boobs on this, but there's something that we can't.
I mean, the person saying it has boobs.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know who this person is, but there was a meeting going down. Here's the anonymous email I got. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous, please. Hey, Sean, here's a link to a video from a meeting on Tuesday of this week where a citizen speaking up for Brevard County Fire Rescue had some things to say. The fire department has been having lots of trouble lately with hiring, retention, and massive amounts of mandatory overtime. You'll want to edit this first because there's a lot of curses, but wait till the end when one of the commissioners responds to the lady. All right? Let's hear her out. Oh, is that on here? Is that?
I thought it was just the lady we were talking about.
Damn it.
Well, let's see what she says. Here we go.
And there needs to be a contract for these guys, or you're going to have, I'm seeing the posts already online, you're going to have a mass exodus of people. And if you think you're up the fucking creek right now, yeah. If you think you're up the creek right now with Rockledge Hospital closing today, where do you think you're going to be in a couple weeks from now? You guys need to wake the up.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm allowed to say that under my constitutional right.
All right. She's getting a little unhinged here. I like this lady. She says you need to wake the F up. And I'm allowed to say that. First Amendment rights, she's saying. She's allowed to say that.
Do we have First Amendment rights on this show?
Yeah, the FCC would beg to differ, though.
Yeah, which is strange because the real First Amendment application is against the government. You know what I mean?
Shut
you know
the
what I
front
mean?
door.
That's where it really, really counts. So this woman's in the right in the best possible way, but she's very angry at these folks and letting them have it.
Today, where do you think you're going to be in a couple weeks from now? Huh? You guys need to wake the up. And I'm allowed to say that
hold on.
under
Someone
my
say, are you gonna take this?
Yes. So
like
one
a
of the
hype
people
man in
on
the
the-
back?
yeah.
There was somebody in the background also in part of this that goes, "This is very disrespectful."
So quiet.
You know, nothing gets me more than all these pearl clutchers that are like elected officials at these commission meetings where they go, "Oh boy, there's so much anger. It's so palpable. The curse words
The
are just
kids are
too
watching.
much." What kids are watching collective bargaining on public access television for Brevard County? Come on. I love how they clutch their pearls when somebody gets mad. They'll put all these policies in play that screw things up, all these local politicians. And then if you get any pressure, it's like, whoa, the level of disrespect here. Oh, my. Well, maybe you deserve the disrespect. Maybe this lady's right. I don't even know.
Constitutional right. And if you don't believe me, go look up the Moms for Liberty lawsuit. Now, I'm going to put this very clearly. Government
Yeah, right there. She's very disrespectful. Oh, God.
is created for public safety and infrastructure. That is the purpose of government. And you are purposely endangering lives. These guys are talking at groups and talking about the ramifications of what is going on, and lives are going to be lost. And your lack of action is liability for the county. Wake up.
Government's created for you to come down here and talk.
Oh, one guy clapping. Oh, yeah, I like that guy. Tom Goodson's like, all right, excellent work there. Let it be known I'm on her side. Like him. But I guess somebody said afterwards, damn it, I wish we had this ceiling. Do you have more than this, or is this where?
Let me get to the end of this lady's speech right here because I don't.
Was it the YouTube link that's like 4 hours long? You have to find it? Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go to a couple other emails before you get to that, but let's see what we got here in the meantime. Evan says, Evan/Anonymous.
Jesus. You want me to jump it?
No, I'm not going to say his last name. Doesn't matter. Evan/Anonymous says, I sold all my iHeart stock because they dropped Fritz. Well, folks, it ain't over yet, okay? We're fighting for Fritz around here. And Fritz is working some things out. So we're question marks, unfortunately, at the moment. He said, I bought more GameStop. Love you, Fritz, says Anonymous.
Well, thank you.
We got some Fritz on the Street winners coming in. And Consumer emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I could have sworn I remember Sean calling Sabrina a bitch not that long ago.
Thank you.
However, I went back to the clip and realized he didn't call her a bitch. Here is the clip. And is this real? Oh, this is from the stream. I'm not playing this, sir.
You called me a bitch on the skull mic?
No, take a look. Can you see where we are here? You can see what this is from?
Oh, yeah, that wasn't that.
Did this stream somewhere and not?
We had, we had the stream set up.
Yeah, I know, but it got dumped when that whole thing went down. We're talking.
Of all the actors that had to speak one or more of them, the person that portrayed the Grey Worm.
Okay, I'm not even going to play what happens next there because I don't know what's censored, what's not censored.
Saved. You spelled out the word.
Yes, yeah, that was the C word used in a proper way, I'm sure. Okay, C-Lane, did you find the rest of this clip or no?
Yeah, C-Lane, did you get it? Because now we're going to have to expand upon the C word thing.
I'm going to have to look at this during a break because the guy's just like, what purpose is it serving for us to go upstairs and
For the
talk
record,
about this?
I don't remember exactly what the context was that I said that in, but it was
very
as
funny.
a joke. It was a joke.
Of course it was.
In a live event. And then I apologized afterwards anyway.
And there was also alcohol.
There was some.
And heat.
Allegedly.
Heat exhaustion.
Yeah, it was very hot.
That broadcast was so hot, not like in terms of content, but just heat.
In terms of content, too.
C-Lane's laptop was literally melting. We had to get fans on C-Lane's laptop because it kept shutting down the live broadcast that we were doing.
I'm excited to do it again.
Yeah.
Do you think they extend the dump button just for that broadcast?
Maybe. Not sure.
I'm going to call you a C word, too.
Go for it. I'll think it's fair. I'll have that. All right, C-Lane, let me know if you do find that, because should I just say what one of the commissioners said after her rant?
Do it in his accent.
One of the commissioners then tells the woman to go play in traffic.
Oh.
after she does the whole rant and curses at them and stuff, the commissioner says back, hey, go play in traffic.
I don't think it's as audible as just reading. It's probably fine.
Yeah, not as some of the other ones. You could hear the people talking right into the microphones, but okay, we'll check in on that and see what's going on. When we come back, a grab bag segment, a bunch of things I want to catch up on. I didn't pay off the celebrity's or famous person's sister that says, stop making jokes about my sibling. I did not pay that off, and I've got that here for you. And we have a bunch of other things, including a story out of Georgia that's almost unbelievable. I need to hear from people in the medical profession about this, and we'll all discuss this together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we travel back to the dawn of the 16th century to uncover the roots of what it really means to be an American. You think you know the story? Think again. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of over 40 Greenway dealerships vying for your car when you trade it in at Greenway Kia. When dealerships compete, you win. We're offering as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book for your trade. Curious what your trade's worth? Check it out now at greenwaykias.com. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, with 3 area locations to serve you.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinanced.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida.
We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Visit Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa today to sign up for Unity by Hard Rock, the global loyalty program unlike any other, designed to reward you for doing what you love. New members receive a limited edition Seminole Hard Rock Tampa t-shirt and can play up to $200 on us. Slots, tables, stays, dining. Get rewarded for your experience. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Your oasis awaits at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Is your AC struggling? Sky-high energy bills? It might be time for a new system. With over 25 years of experience, Air Pros will get the job done right. And right now, Air Pros USA can help you get that new AC installed before summer and offers financing with payments as low as $89 a month. Get your free AC installation quote today. Visit airprosusa.com. Don't suffer through another hot summer. Visit airprosusa.com. Financing offered with approved credit.
License number CAC 1822083, CFC 053314, EC 130.
Hey, folks, 2 segments left. We're going to pick our chatter of the day in the final break. We need to hook them up with something. We do. We got rewards on the way, more rewards and exclusives for people who gift subs. On thenewsjunkie.com, click the gift icon to gift secret shows. But I think we also need some extra stuff maybe for our chatter of the day. It'd be nice if there was something exclusive for that. Two minutes. We got a bunch of stories all together here in this grab bag segment next. That just means I've got a ton of clips. We'll work through them together and see what sticks. Rather than dedicating to 1 or 2 solid topics for the segment, it'll be hit and move. Grab bag. That jukebox looking thing? What does he do over at that table, the jukebox looking thing? Where? Where's the jukebox looking thing? And I'm not sure what you're seeing now. There's a lot of things in this room that could be considered jukebox looking, but you can't see them on this wide shot. Chatter of the day gets $500. No way. Chatter of the day gets appreciation today. Appreciation is more important than any $500 prize ever will be. We're coming back now.
Estimate. Tariffs and your money? Well, we just offered our thoughts on the most recent episode of the How to Money podcast. Let's say you do live in a state that gives you a tax break on $529. That's great, but don't invest those dollars once you put them in. We're all about investing in a 529 plan. Typically, right, you want that tax advantage money to grow. But as you get close to needing to spend the money, de-risking is crucial. In uncertain financial times, How to Money is here to help. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search How to Money, and start listening today.
Titans, up to $7,500 off MSRP. Shop no tariff inventory now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Friend Fritz, along for the ride. Always love Friends Days. Yeah, Friends Days works. Wednesdays with Fritz. That's when you smash them together. You get Friends Days. But always a good time to have Fritz with us on the show. Make sure you're following him. He had some news earlier and some issues with iHeart. And hopefully we'll be able to iron out everything. And maybe if all goes well, we can keep Fritz on the show and keep him doing Fritz on the street and keep everything going. But that's not guaranteed, unfortunately. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, by the way, iHeart, thank you for letting me on the air. Yeah. To talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't happen all the time. But, here we are. Let's see. We got some things to roll through in the final couple of segments here. And I promise this one. Somebody's sibling is now saying, stop joking about my siblings. Stop making these jokes. I'm going to show everybody on the show, Sabrina, Selena, and Fritz, this person. I don't know if Fritz can actually see it, but
let's see.
There's the person. Whose sibling is this? Whose sibling is this?
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is.
Do you already know Elon?
I have a guess.
Do they look like their siblings, Sean?
I don't really think so.
All right, one more time, please.
It's not Zooey Deschanel, is it?
No, it's not Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey.
Because
no.
the bangs.
I'm going to give you a clue because it's pretty hard.
Can I guess before?
Are you going to get it right and ruin the game?
He might.
Go ahead.
Is there any reason you would know?
Based on what you said, stop making fun of my sibling.
Stop making fun of my sibling. I said it's somebody whose sibling is famous and they're obviously being made fun of. Okay, what is it? What do you think
I think I know now.
Katy Perry's sister.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Okay.
Wrong?
It's not Katy Perry's sister.
But everybody's making fun of Katy Perry right now, and there's
rightfully so.
A couple people coming to her defense.
It was after that. This is a person in the world of politics.
Oh, that is the press secretary.
Carolyn Levitt?
Nope. Another good guess. Higher up the food chain than that.
The defense guy?
This
Signal?
Is it JD Vance?
RFK's daughter.
That's right, Fritz. It's JD Vance's sister who is saying, "Stop making fun of my brother JD Vance."
She needs to shut up.
Let's hear her out,
after
baby.
the Pope stuff?
Yes, it's the Pope stuff. She doesn't like that. Let's see.
JD did not kill the Pope. The Pope had pneumonia. Now, does JD suck all the air out of a room when he enters? Yes, he does. Our mama used to call him my little queen, like the My Little Queen vacuum.
Is this real, Sean?
No,
is it? Okay, my God. I was about to say.
That's great.
Not a good defense, sis.
No, that's not his actual sister. But if it was, it'd be something. It would be something.
Does he have siblings?
He has a family, but I don't know that his siblings have ever come out and done anything public. I don't know that there's been anything like that. He wrote the whole book that started his career about his family and his mother more importantly than anything.
Oh,
but I don't remember. He has one sibling. Does it say if it's a brother or a sister?
Sister, Lindsay.
One sister, Lindsay.
Raised by their maternal grandparents, who they called Papa and Mama.
Was that Amy Adams in the movie?
Lindsay Vance.
Never watched it.
Hillbilly Elegy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what she looks like to compare. Oh, this is her. I mean, it looks a little different than the person we just saw there. She doesn't do much public-facing stuff, I guess. JD Vance's
Thank
sister.
God for AI, huh?
Yeah, I don't blame her for not wanting to do that. I put that before this because this is an unfortunate story. There's a woman named Tasha Lawson who gave an interview that's been making the rounds, and it's about her son. Her son is Tasha Lawson's son is Teandrick Lawson, 20 years old, who was beaten and killed by two men who broke into her home while the mom was away. And the family members said they thought that the men did this because he was gay, but investigators don't know. They have not confirmed or denied all the claims here. The sad thing is here now, I guess the mother has died. She died, and they're saying that she passed away from heartbreak, which I don't know what the actual science is on that, but they're saying like she had
heart syndrome.
Yeah, she had heart complications, and the family is like, look, she passed away from a broken heart as a result of this happening. Just 11 days after her son died, his mother, Tasha, has passed away from heart complications. some more details here. Let's see what they say.
But I know they say he's very brutalized and stuff.
That's her.
He's real bad.
He thought he was safe, and he was not safe. And then for it to be people that's literally right across the road or down the block, like, I can't.
Family believes 2 men are behind their brother's killing.
That's him.
He just wanted to be him. He couldn't even be him, and everybody accepted him, but the men who couldn't accept themselves.
A light no longer shining in Hazelhurst.
So this was the young kid, unfortunately, who was attacked. They do know for a fact he was attacked while he was in this home. There was 2 men that went in there. He did end up dying. What the reasons were for all of this is unknown just yet, but the mother has passed. And I guess like all the stress of it probably could put your actual heart through a lot of stuff, you know? And we have seen many a time people who are, they'll have a loved one or they'll have a relationship that spans maybe 60 years, 70 years. And when one of the partners dies, the other one dies not shortly after that. And they'll call that broken heart syndrome too.
Johnny and June Cash.
Really? Did they die that close like that
I believe
too?
it was 3 or 6 months.
Everybody
really?
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens for sure. So it's pretty crazy to see. What else do we have here? Oh, there was a woman who was hit with an earthquake during her live broadcast in Turkey. Let's go to the news.
Deprem oluyor. Çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor şu anda. Çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor.
Okay, it sounds all curse words.
Çok şiddetli
I assure you, these are not curse words. She's just upset in Turkish. That's what she's saying.
I'm
she's getting
also
rocked.
impressed by the wardrobe that matches the background perfectly.
It is really a rough earthquake that's going on, and she is just trying to get through it as a broadcaster.
Deprem oluyor. Çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor şu anda. Çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor.
Was it?
I think.
Çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor. İstanbul'da hissedilen çok şiddetli bir deprem oluyor.
Really sounds like curse words, but I assure you, this is
back
just speaking,
to back. Because that's what I would be saying if there was an earthquake during the show.
She is okay, and the earthquake was in Istanbul, and there's a lot of footage out today about that.
Weird question. Earthquakes come in seasons like hurricanes do? Because I feel like
no.
we've been getting a bunch of earthquakes as of late.
No, we have. That's one of the big breakthroughs that people are waiting for. And certainly it would be very, very interesting because one major breakthrough would be if we had prediction technology like we do for tornadoes, like we do for hurricanes, for earthquakes. We kind of do, but it's really a short run.
I thought the liberal Jews control the weather.
They don't control the earthquakes.
It's the one thing, according to the Dana Carvey show, it's the one thing they don't control.
Oh, damn.
The earthquakes? Yeah, it's more sophisticated.
Weather specifically. Dana Carvey show is, man, that was slept on.
They're saying that this earthquake that ripped through there did major damage to buildings in Turkey, and certainly some people have passed, unfortunately, but that's what it was like on the broadcast there. Earthquakes are so damn scary. Every time I see one like this that somebody's facing down. So
it's weird. The last one we just talked about, it seemed like it was a decent size one.
San Diego, right?
But it was San Diego, and all the only footage we saw from it were those elephants.
Yeah, the elephants in a circle.
Sweet elephants.
Yeah, all these elephants went into a circle around the baby because they were scared. They didn't know what was happening. It was like a protection, like an evolutionary response to the earthquake happening. Okay, now I want to tell you real quick and get this out there so you don't get taken advantage of, that there's a scam going around.
Scam time.
They say it's a classic, but I wasn't familiar with this. It's the $20 distraction scam that is being used all across the country right now.
Go on.
And they're suggesting that you could be taken advantage of if you're not aware of what's going on. So here's the deal. It's your lucky day. You're so lucky. You're full of luck. That's what Sarah, who wants her last name withheld, says a stranger told her as she stood at the checkout counter at a Ralph's grocery store. But it wasn't her lucky day. It was the setup for a classic $20 distraction scam. By the time it was over, thousands of dollars had vanished from both her and her daughter's bank accounts. On Wednesday, she was shopping at this Ralph's and she entered her PIN to pay with her debit card. Right when she entered her PIN, a man approached her and claimed she dropped a $20 bill. He came closer to me and was pushing the $20 bill into my wallet, she said. And she said, no, I don't think I did. She tried to brush it off, saying the cash wasn't hers. And the person goes, no, this is yours. You need to know about this right now. she felt a little bit uneasy and realized, hey, my cash is still in my wallet, but something else is missing. Her debit card was gone. Within 30
sleight
minutes,
of hand.
the scammers had used her stolen card to make withdrawals at a Chase bank, and nearly $5,000 was drained from her account. She's trying to warn other people about this. I will tell you.
They're kind of old school if you think about it. I appreciate the going back to the old school without the skimmers.
Saluting the criminals. Jeez.
We all salute every once in a while. So
what is the way to avoid this? Because at the ATM is a very dangerous place. People get, what do they call it? Jugging happens when you're at the ATM. Somebody will come up behind you and rob you as you're putting your number in and stuff. Can you avoid the ATM but still somehow get cash?
Go inside the bank.
Inside the bank, which is a dying visit, right? Like
sometimes they have ATMs inside the bank, which at least you're in through the doors and should be a security guard there.
I like that better. I mean, it seems like it's a little bit more secure than just being out there in the wild. And
I try to do it the drive-through as much as possible if I'm hitting an ATM.
I feel like that's the most risky.
Why?
Because someone can come right up to your car window, and you don't have like your periffs.
You can haul ass, but the problem is, Celine, when you go to the ATM, it's a drive-through. You put your card in. Does it suck your card in and not give it back until the transaction's over?
I think it depends on the drive-through. I think that varies from ATM to ATM.
Because if yours sucks it in, that means you can't flee. If somebody came up with like a gun, or if you're fleeing your card behind, then it's stuck in the machine, and that's no good. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't on that.
Yeah.
Also, here's the guy who got busted for cutting down the trees in California. He is a bald gentleman. They said he is homeless. He is on his bike here. In the bag that he had along with his bicycle was the chainsaw that he was using to cut down those trees.
Like a cute little mini one I've seen on the internet.
I think it's the bigger bag.
Oh, the one here is what I'm talking about. In the bag. This bag that he has along with his handlebars. He's also wearing a backpack, and he dressed in all black from head to toe.
He looks like a heavy metal singer.
Yeah, I thought it was Man Daddy at first.
It does look like Man Daddy.
Man Daddy would never.
Hi. Hopefully he was not responsible for this. So
no.
There you go. That's getting us caught up on a lot of those different stories. We're going to take our final break here, and when we come back, we'll try to get this Shannon Sharpe audio. More Shannon Sharpe audio has dropped.
It's in your Gmail.
Is it already ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. We'll do that before we wrap things up here.
Oh.
We'll do our final dispatches. We'll do stories that didn't make the cut. We'll do all of that stuff and wave goodbye to you on a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we will be expecting another hot and dry day, kind of a rinse and repeat stretch here, really throughout the end of this weekend into the weekend. Although today will be a little hotter than yesterday with a high of around 91 degrees. Even hotter temperatures than that arrive as we head into the weekend, with highs approaching potentially the middle 90s by Sunday. Our next round of rain won't arrive until well into next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host.
I'm listening.
I only censored this one. I didn't take out. There wasn't as much empty space in it, but at least you can get the idea this time of how much not talking the two of them do while they're on the phone together. It's very weird.
That's so uncomfortable. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll get to that here next.
Putting you up.
Skull Mike. Thank you all. Hey, right now, thank you to the two people. You're going to get a shout out in just a second on the show who have gifted Secret Shows subs. Very kind, very generous. Go over there and gobble up the subs that are available. There are 8 currently, 8 Secret Shows subs. And if you have an account, all you do is hit claim, and that gives you access to a month of Secret Shows on these folks. And for those folks, for every single gifted sub, you get yourself a magnet. And if you give 5, I've got 5 different styles of magnets, so you can get like a little starter kit, basically. So do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. Click the gift icon. Be right back. Okay, big thanks to D Red Eye. D Red Eye. Huge thanks to you, D Red Eye, for the 5 gifted shows or subs. That's so nice of you to do that. It spreads the word about secret shows, and it's another great way to keep Game of Magnets flowing after all these years. You got 5 magnets coming your way for those 5 gifted subs. And also, big thanks to Loose Neutral for the 3 gifted shows. The 3 gifted subs, excuse me. Claim them while you can over on thenewsjunkie.com. If you don't know what secret shows are, every single week, an hour-plus long, fully uncensored secret show drops on the website. And if you have access to secret shows, it gives you early access to tickets and discounts on merch and all sorts of other stuff that you can see if you go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of benefits already for Secret Show subscribers, and many, many, many more coming. All right? Every other feature on the website from here moving forward, all of them are only going to be available for Secret Show subscribers. So thanks, D Red Eye. Thanks, Loose Neutral, for the 5 subs and 3 subs. You can join in on the fun. Keep the word going. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Click that gift icon. Or go to thenewsjunkie.com/gift. We're coming back. Who's our chatter of the day? Who's our chatter of the day? Chatter of the day will be, drum roll please, Zephyr's Biker says, I look forward to secret shows again. He's unemployed, so he hasn't been subscribing. Hey, that's the awesome thing about gifted subs. It's an awesome, awesome thing about that. Can't wait to have you on board this week. Watch it live, buddy. Watch it live on the Discord. It's another feature that you get. You can connect your account to the News Junkie Discord, and then you can get access to the stage to watch us do it live. Bucket, we'll do it live. Zephys, you're going to be our chatter of the day today, friend. Congratulations. You're a real sweet man. Ryan says the Chat GPT songs have been a good time on secret shows. We did those a while back, I think. We always got something going on. We drank the THC drinks on a recent episode of Secret Shows, and I was incredibly surprised at how strong those were while we were doing that show. Go back and check that out. In fact, go and watch or listen to the latest Secret Show, which is a good one. It's a fun one. We have our friend Forrest on for it. Bunch of drama, bunch of laughs. Check it out. And you can subscribe for yourself. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. 90 seconds. Twitch hasn't been winning out lately, huh? Twitch is silent. They're quiet in the home stretch here. Twitch, who are we raiding? Are you guys still raiding people? Was it somebody playing chess in a bikini with a grizzly bear getting a tattoo? We're coming back.
every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's been a pleasure, friends. We always enjoy your company. We hope you enjoy ours. We'll be back tomorrow to do it. Same time, same place. Fritz,
yes,
thank
sir.
you
Thank
so
you.
much for being with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Don't let the man get you down. This company is brutal. This industry is brutal. I hate what happens around here with the suits. So often there's just like really dumb decisions being made all over the place. But,
We're fighting for you.
We will persevere. Yeah, we will persevere. They can't let somebody like you go like that. It just
we will overcome.
That's
we will.
right.
Or
Hell
just
yeah.
the last part.
No, can't say that. Let's hit the brakes on that.
Speaking for myself, I guess. My birthday.
We do love you, Fritz. It's such a blast to have you in here every single week. Fritz on the Street, the game that you created and came up with and then brought over to this show so many years ago, is a fun part of what we do here. It's I think for a lot of us, for me certainly, it's that part of the week where you go, okay, we're getting over it. We're headed toward the finish line, We put some of the week behind us and we've had some successes, and now we're heading into the weekend before too long.
When also we would have not gotten through the COVID broadcast without you. Every single day he was at HQ, if not at your house, and has just been an extreme contributor to this show and station and personally my life. So this is not necessarily goodbye, but we are now, this is the word's out there, and we hope that we can figure out a way to keep you.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, guys. I love you, by the way. I love you all.
Love you too,
buddy. And also,
weird.
It is very weird.
Now, after all this talking we've been doing,
stop eulogizing the guy, man.
It feels very funeral right now.
I feel like I should have some popcorn.
we don't know if this is the last time we get to hang out with him on the show.
No, 2 Wednesdays from now, I thought.
2 Wednesdays.
You just gave him an extra week.
Yeah, there's at least one. I mean, I'm going to be out of work, so why not?
Did I win Fritz on the Street then, or what?
Okay. We are going to get into our final stuff here, as we always do on the show. But just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge Fritz for all the great things that he's brought to us, and we love him.
Thank you.
Some folks for shout outs here at the end. D Red Eye, thank you for gifting 5 Secret Show subs. Thank you for that, D Red Eye. You can claim those if there's any left over on the newsjunkie.com and open the world of secret shows. Loose Neutral with 3 gifted subs. Thank you for that. I'll send out magnets, 5 for 5 and 3 for 3. 1 gifted sub is a magnet for you over on the website. Click the gift button. Here goes the final dispatches, friends.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
We got time today. Look at us. We got like a surprisingly long final segment.
I'm surprised you're playing the song this early.
I know. It never happens.
Play it again, Sean.
I want to work in some for once. Here we go. Here's Concrete Mike talking about ATMs.
Oh. Happy Hump Day, News Junkie crew.
Hey.
You know how to not get robbed at an ATM? You keep your handgun with you.
Oh, right.
I got my 357 on me everywhere as I go.
All right.
So that takes care of that problem.
That's
You can't go into a bank with a gun.
Yeah,
I
you're
thought.
not supposed to have a weapon at a bank.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means for ATMs that are not on bank property, but I know that somebody that I used to know in a previous life had to like threaten somebody or like defend himself with a screwdriver because he saw somebody rolling up on him in the middle of the night at the ATM, and when he called the cops, they were like, "We're just going to not include that whole screwdriver part because technically that means you're using a weapon at a bank, and just be on your way."
Okay.
What? Too bad. He's trying to protect himself.
Use harsh words.
Listen, it's not my story.
Just yell at somebody? That ain't going to solve anything. All right, next. Here's not
like
sure.
the messenger.
I'm not coming at you. Coming at the situation. Here's not sure with the dispatch.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
I am a podcast listener. I have an iPhone, and I listen on the iHeartRadio app.
Thank you.
And the skipping lately, and like the skipping of segments, repeating of segments, it's been really bad. I've tried downloading the episodes, like you said.
Yeah.
And it really hasn't helped.
All right, so here's what you could do. I'm going to give you the 1, 2, 3, with 3 being the ultimate fix for this.
All right,
number one, which is an easy one, is make sure you have a good internet connection when you're listening to the show. Because
you need internet?
You don't, but you should if you haven't downloaded already. But just bear with me. Number one, make sure you have a good connection. If you do, you're less likely to have these dropouts. The dropouts are you disconnecting and then them trying to reconnect you to the MP3 file, and it's like skipping around on you. All this is much more complicated than it seems, I assure you. Number two, if you continue to have issues, a lot of times downloading the show is a solution. If that's not working for you, I will point you to the final fix. Number three, go to the YouTube version of the show every single day and scrub it back to the beginning. You can always find that if you go to thenewsjunkie.com in the featured section. You'll see all the videos on demand from our streams each day, right? Click on there, play that, and you can listen to the show, and it won't be skipping all over the place on you. That's the best I can do for you for right now. And last one. Let's. Who are we going to go to? Somebody named Hey There has a dispatch for us.
Hey there.
Hey.
So I remember when The Conners was coming back and Roseanne was being revived and everyone was so excited. And the premiere of that show, I hit the pen for the first time in like over a decade. So I was ready to have a really great night, and I thought the show was going to be hilarious. And I didn't find it funny at all. And I gave it one more chance. And
even high?
I didn't like it. So that is one thing that will definitely not be missed.
All right.
But one thing that will be missed is Fritz.
No.
It has been a pleasure to experience you being part of the News Junkie. I've had the pleasure of calling in and being part of Fritz on the Street from my home, because I'm a trivia nerd like that. And I just wish you the best, and bigger and brighter things are ahead of you. So good luck, Fritz.
I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
There he goes. Whoa.
I'm in Vietnam all over again. Flashback.
Are we shooting at Fritz now? Now. Uh-oh.
I think
Fritz,
your phone's ringing.
It's a wild ride on the way out here for you.
But that'll be my
are,
magic wand.
I shouldn't have taken that blotter.
Those are going to be our dispatches for the day. And let's get to the stories that didn't make the cut. Let's see what we got here. Shannon Sharpe reportedly offering the allegations, the woman the allegations are coming from, $10 million. He denies that the offer is real, that he's done this.
Cut.
But that's out there. I really don't trust a lot that's coming out, because the attorney who's representing this woman, I don't trust at all.
Not for a second.
The Tony Busby
I love
guy.
that he's taking on another client.
Yeah, he's a wild, weird dude, but I just don't trust the guy. So a lot of the stories around this you take with a grain of salt. Some new polling coming in, and this was a poll called the Yale Youth Poll, trying to see where young people are politically. The youths. When you look at 22 to 29-year-olds, those are like tail-end millennials, I think. They favor Democrats by 6.4 points. So they're 6.4 points in the Democratic favor of things. If you look at 18 to 21-year-olds, They favor Republicans by 11.7 points now.
Weird.
So a younger end of the youth demographic shift over to the Republicans seems to be pretty real as of now. And then if you look at all the different generations and where people are at, people under 30, they have Kamala Harris -1. They have Elon Musk -18. Biden -21. Biden is less popular than Musk or anybody on this with these young folks. It's a little bit brutal. There you go. And finally, Karen Reed's trial is off and rocking right now.
Oh, it is. They found a jury?
Yeah, they're going and they're going to have a second trial here for 45-year-old Karen Reed, who's charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter while operating under the influence of alcohol and leaving the scene of an accident with a death. There we go. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. Today I learned this lovely lady right here.
Dolly Parton.
That's correct. Dolly Parton, indeed. The song is indeed Jolene.
You said Jolene, it sounded like you switched gears and called her Jolly Parton.
I can't believe this is real, but this is from an interview with Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton said she used to stop business meetings for 60 seconds so that all the men in the business meeting could stare at her boobs and focus for the rest of the meeting.
Good for her.
Queen.
What a time to be alive.
If I tried that with my penis, it would just...
Way different.
It
Folks,
would.
I mean, probably around the same time Dolly did that, you would have been fine. Promoted, actually.
We're going to take the next 60 seconds on the stream.
Just get it over with.
Just have you take a peek. Take it all in. Today I learned sloths only poop once a week.
Okay. What a juxtaposition of the two
That's just
today
the
I
next
learned
one
so
in line.
far. Yeah.
They can lose up to a third of their body weight with one poo. Same. They come down from trees and dig a hole to poo in, and nobody's sure why they risk their lives to do this, but I guess they just gotta go.
It's a big brick too, right? I think it's very
a big
blocky.
one.
Yeah.
And today I learned this song right here. I think we're
Tiffany. I think we're
That's
alone.
right. I think we're alone now by Tiffany. Fritz nails it
He
there.
was going for I think I can or something.
I Think We're Alone Now is a song written and composed by Richie Cordell, first recorded by Tommy James and the Shondells. It became a hit, reaching number 4 on the U.S. charts in 1967, but it never hit number 1 until Tiffany sang the song in 1987. I remember being 6 years old and singing this song in my parents' minivan.
I was not alive.
I was not nailing it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Fritz, we love you, buddy.
Thank you. Love you guys.
There he goes. We'll see you next time. Same time.